Good morning. Good Monday morning to everybody in the building. For those watching this on the replay, episode 2, pattern of play. I'm with the guy. I'm with the big boss. I'm with the chairman. Jerry, so everyone knows Jerry's the gaffer, he's the manager. Endz is the chairman. He oversees everything at the football club. It's his style of play that we're playing anyway.
Mhm.
So there's a reason why, we're top of the league, we're unbeaten, etc., etc. Us as a football club, the Avengers and that. But yeah, man, I just wanted to say big up to everybody, of course. Hope everyone had a good weekend. Forget the football, just in general. Hope everyone had a blessed weekend. Um, Ends, I'll start off with you, bro. How you been? How's your weekend been? Chat to me, man.
To be fair, bro, all good, man. There's nothing I can truly complain about. My team won for my ex-team transitionally out of the club now based on certain things. They won 4-0 in the cup. I'm so proud of them.
Okay.
So shout out to them. And some of them watch the channels as well. So they proper love the content. They proper his jokes because they're like, yeah, man, I watch your content, man. Like yesterday I was with him, yeah. He's like, oh man, like I see you pop up on my TikTok and stuff. And it was like, yeah, every time it pops up, I go to the channel, see what I've missed. I'm like, I love it.
So now, hey, you know what? Ends try
Oh,
to come to training, tell him, man, yeah, but nah, but Ends, you didn't say that on the screen the other day. You was telling them, man, to
100%.
hold the count.
100%, bro. Sometimes they go, some they watch, but they don't really comment. They're just in there in it, just listening to the grown folks' conversations, man. But now, all good, bro. In terms of like life in general, all good. Family's healthy, which is a blessing. I feel healthy, so that's another blessing. I'm just thankful, bro. Thankful to be able to have conversations about football. Thankful, just in general in life, man. I was saying the other day, I think I should. I think, yeah, I should have lived. I feel like I need to live on a farm somewhere, bro, secluded, off grid. I swear to you, sometimes that's how I feel, man. And that's all.
Guys, just let you know, Ends said that, and I wasn't
Thanks, man.
surprised. I wasn't confused. I wasn't, but like, that's Ends. This is
I
Ends right now.
swear.
This
I
is just,
swear.
I knew Ends was gonna say, so, man. I didn't think he was gonna say farm. I thought he was gonna say something else. But the fact that you said farm, it now makes even more sense. Now I understand. I understand, bro.
Yeah,
Why a
I
farm?
feel like that's just my bag. I don't know. I just, to be fair though, I grew up. I say I grew up on one, but summers in it because in Jamaica, my aunt and uncle they own them. They have a massive land, but they have a farmland.
Okay,
So
calm.
I grew up on one. Like when in the summertime, we used to go there, and you can name it, man. Whatever you can name is there, bro. And you just have to get up early in the morning, bro. Crack a dawn where the air is fresh. When I mean fresh, you think the Caribbean don't get cold. It night does. It gets cold.
I can
And then you
imagine,
have to
bro.
get up and basically go and sort out the animals, man. Clean pens, like restack hay, whatever it is, you gotta just do it in it. And then you have to. And you got so much farmland as well, man. You have to go and pick fruits and all loads of stuff you have to go and do, man. But
It
I
sounds
miss
a
it.
bit like
It was a summer
it
thing,
sounds
man. It was a summer thing.
it sounds a bit like one of my boys. He's from Grenada, and he literally just
Mm.
came back during the summer, like end of summer, and he'd been there for maybe like he went back there for like a month. So recent in the last few years, he's been going back there a lot more with his dad.
Mhm.
So they ended up they bought a house out there. Obviously got some land and stuff like that. And he always should, because I was telling him I really want to come to Grenada with you next time you go,
Yeah.
right? So he was showing me all the videos and stuff like that. Bro, when Caribbean and African people, and I'm only going to use those two because those are the only two that I know, so I don't want to exclude anybody else. But because
Yeah.
those are the two I know, when they tell you they have land, and Endz
Yeah.
is saying about picking fruit, and I promise you, it doesn't matter how big or small the land is, that thing is serious, bro. Like, he
Yeah.
was showing me the bit of land that they had, right? And he was showing me all of the trees. They had the freshest fruits. Like, he was like, yeah,
Bro.
yeah, this is ready to go. Boom, we can sell this or we can eat this. Like, do you want this for breakfast? I said, all right, cool. But we're talking the freshest of the freshest, bro.
Fresh.
No process. You didn't have to go to Sainsbury's or Tesco's or none of that rubbish. No, this was fresh, straight from the tree. Quick wash, do whatever, and then boom, we can eat this literally for breakfast. I said, nah, like, and some of the stuff that I was seeing, it proper made me think, nah, you know what? I definitely want to, like, especially the Caribbean as well. I
Mhm.
definitely want to touch there. Do you get what I mean? Just to, I think it's the going back home thing.
Yeah.
We live in the UK. It's westernized as it is, like, and everything really in the world is very westernized. So I just want to go back to a place where it's not really like that. It's in your head. To some people, it's a bit backwards. I get it, because obviously everything's not the latest of everything out there. But as Liz just said here, good clean living. Big up, Liz, and good morning to you. But it's that good clean living. Like, I was so, like, I honestly, I was in awe at some of the stuff that he was showing me. And I'm not just talking about even just the food. It was just where he was, like, he was 10 minutes away from the beach, but 10 minutes away from the town center. I said, bruv, like, being 10 minutes away in either direction. I said, yeah.
Beautiful, innit? It's a beautiful thing, man.
I need that. But guys, listen, man, hope everyone is well, as I mentioned before. All right, let's go into this. Let's go into this, because this is going to be quite interesting. Before we even get started, make sure, guys, you smash a like, share, and obviously subscribe. You will be redirected to Endz's stream, which is at midday. So make sure you guys stay locked in with us throughout the morning and into the afternoon. That should be a very, very interesting conversation. So make sure you guys stay locked in. But we're here to obviously talk about Liverpool Crystal Palace. Obviously, we know we lost the game. Liverpool's first defeat, by the way, of the season. Won every other game in every other competition.
Correction. That's our second loss of the season. We lost twice to Palace. So
sorry. I didn't know it was okay. Sorry. I didn't even know.
We got two more goals. We got 2 more goals at this, G. Okay, 2 more goals. We have to play them 4 times this season, bar drawing them in the FA Cup. Got 2 games. We've got Carabao Cup, and we got them again in the league as well. But I apologize for interrupting. I just wanted to make sure we clarify that
That's on me, Endz. I apologize. Early morning, you know what I mean? I went out for a run. My brain's still a bit frazzled. So, Liverpool's second defeat of the season to Crystal Palace, who, by the way, are 18 matches unbeaten in all competitions dating back to last season. In that time, Crystal Palace have won the FA Cup. They have won the Community Shield. They have gotten into Europe. They are now currently sitting, I think it's in third place in the Premier League. Now, it's game week 6. Do I think they're going to finish there? No. But is it not fantastic for Crystal Palace? 100%. So that's my 2 cents on Crystal Palace. But obviously, we're here to talk about Liverpool. Big up Double T in the morning.
Big up, man.
All right. Chat to me, man. Chat to me. Before we get onto the tactics, before we speak about, we'll get into certain players and stuff like that, right?
Right. Yeah.
Just give me your kind of overall general thoughts to the game.
Do you know it's so mad because I still feel like I'm in shock of how bad we were in the game. And we did get moments where we probably should have got a goal from it. Florian Wirtz. Isak with a good header, great save from the goalkeeper, from a great shot from Gravenberch. There was just moments, okay? But Palace in general had way more clear-cut chances than we did in the game, which was mental to me. And do you know how bad it was, G? I don't even think Palace played extremely well. I thought they did the basics, and the basics was just enough. That should show you, and that's not taking nothing away from Palace because they wholeheartedly deserve to win the game. But that just shows you how bad we were as a team. I don't even think they got a second gear. That's how bad it is, bro. I don't think Palace on the day got a second gear. I think they were in first and they kept like nearly breaking the gearbox because they didn't know you had to clutch and then change the gear. I feel like that in moments. That's when the one-on-ones, they kept missing the one-on-ones. That's
when you feel the car jerk a little bit.
Yeah, and you're like, yo, put the clutch down further, relax, bro. Ease off the. Do you know what I mean? If you know how to drive, you know how to drive. If you don't, you don't. This one, I felt like that's where it was. But then equally, the guy that's teaching them how to drive had no clue. He was like, "What am I in? Yes, cool the car, but you're teaching me how to drive." That's how Liverpool was. They were the instructor that didn't know how to drive and didn't realize they were in a car. And you have a student that didn't know how to change gear, but they were just better than the team. Bro, I don't know what I can say. The performance was really bad. The tactics was bad. I think the gaffer kept changing it, trying to find solutions, but didn't. Every time he changed it to find a solution, he then hindered it with a substitution.
Yeah.
So he found a solution, which was Curtis Jones coming on. We looked a little bit more in control of the game. He looked like we was trying to, create some opportunities to, you could see there was a little bit of foothold. Palace was tiring in the game. And then he goes, nah, do you know what? I'm going to take off Ibu. I'm going to move Gravenberch into the defense. And I'm like, okay, so you taken off the guy that was working in tandem with the guy you brought on because he was really good at recycling the ball and carrying it. Took off the defender that was keeping Mateta at bay to then just go, I'm going to move that and give you the midfield guys, and I'm going to go and put Gravenberch further back. And no one can tell me the reason why. Savage made a point, but it was more just a point him making, saying, yeah, he might be thinking that he's better on the ball than Ibu. I'm like, it's fair to think that, but then what if you watch the game? What passes did Gravenberch make that Ibu could make in the game? When that substitution in that moment happened? What passes? Was there like some line breaking reverse pass? Was there this visionary clipping behind? Was this no look, step over, skip? Was there any? No, it was just side to side and passing it in. He can easily do that, but it is what it is, bro. The performance stunk. Palace deserved to win it, and I don't even think Palace played great. They just did what they needed to do on the day. I swear, like it wasn't like people was just getting cooked left, right, and center around the pitch. It was just like, oh, we'll win the ball and pass the ball. We'll win the ball and pass the ball. Oh, there's a through ball on, play over the top. Oh, there's space in behind, knock it into the channel. Like it was just, I'm just watching the guy and like this ain't even a tactical masterclass at this point, bro. This is just madness. But yeah,
let me ask you this. So, like, obviously, listen. Don't worry. I really want Endz to like give us the kind of tactical breakdown when we get to it anyway, because that's what I actually came in for this morning. I know it's my stream on my channel, but I actually came to listen to how Endz kind of saw it, because I'm kind of intrigued. But just before we get into that, when you saw the lineup, was you cool with the lineup prior to the game? Like, was you happy when you saw it? Like, was there anything you would have changed?
The formation, the system. I said it in my preview, and I said if you're playing against a team like Palace with the wing backs they have in Muniz and Mitchell, you can't afford not to match them. So it's not necessarily maybe there's one or two personnels that's just my preference that would have changed, but the system in general, I knew what was going to happen if we kept our same shape against them, because we played them numerous times, and I've seen the space that Muniz get. I've seen the space that Mitchell get. You have to put them in a situation where they're more thinking about what we can do than what they need to do, which is go and attack the space, right? So my thing was I would have gone with the match them man for man. So I'd go 3 at the back with the 2 wing backs, your 2 holding midfielders, your 2-10, and your striker.
Okay.
And by your graft, and we'll get into the tactical stuff, when you're ready. But I just wanted us to go and match them man for man, because I felt like if you did that man for man, I think for me personally, I think we have the better talent. It doesn't mean that the Palace players are not good, but I just rate our players on a higher level, and that higher level could be an extra 10%, 20% just on the day, because obviously people are people, and that doesn't mean like Muniz is a very good player, but I would expect my winger to get the best of him or my fullback to get past him. I would still expect that, but he's still a good player, right? But because we didn't use that system and we stuck with what we were doing, it allowed players in their team like a Kamada and Wharton to not like have an authority on the game, but to just be free to do what they needed to kind of do with no real pressure, no real, no one close to them. It's just, they just had time to just get 1 and 2 touches off and had time to pick their head up and look in behind. And if you reverse it with our players didn't have that time. And the reason why in transition, they outnumbered us everywhere from a defensive standpoint. In the attack, they outnumbered us. In the midfield, they outnumbered us, even though there was 11 players on the football pitch. So you're like, well, that doesn't make sense. If there's 11v11, how'd you get outnumbered? But think about it. If they got 3 at the back and our wingers are touch wing, right? They're touch line. They're just out there, just holding width. So Mitchell versus Salah, Wirtz versus Muniz. Then in the middle, guess who's on his own? Isak with 3 centre-back. Richards, I can't remember, LaCroix, or I can't pronounce the brother's name, and Guay.
Yeah.
and Guay. So it's 3v1 there, and then 1v1 out wide. Then you look in the midfield. Yeah, you've got Szoboszlai in there. You got McAllister, and you got Gravenberch. But then you've got their 2 10s and you've got their 2 holding midfielders, so they outnumber us 3-4 there. And then you just, bro, I don't get it, man. I honestly don't understand the gaffer looking at the game going, no, we'll just stick to what we're doing and trust the players to go and do what they do. Yeah, they're better players, but they still need somewhat of an understanding of the game and how we want to set up and how we want to play. But our gaffer on the day he was just stubborn, bro. And then he tried to change it, but then change the personnel, which didn't make sense. You put Cody on, which you should have probably started from the start. Because clearly when he came on, he made a massive difference to the team. And yes, you could say probably tired legs and whatever, but he made a massive difference. Whatever you say, he was more energetic. He was getting the ball into the box. He was beating his player. Everything looked a little bit more lively when he came on the pitch. But yeah, tactically, we got it wrong, bro. And the gaffer has to hold that.
No, listen, man. Everything Endz said, that's why I've not really said too much, because it's just that, man. I think it's just one of those games where I think I agree with Endz. And to be fair, we spoke about this. We did the stream about, whether Liverpool should maybe start playing with 3 at the back, because, it's more about utilizing the players that we do have in the team currently. We've got 2 flying fullbacks who do not want to spend too much of their time going the other way. They can go the other way. They can get back. They can, get back into position. They're both quick. They're both relatively strong runners and stuff like that. But we're not utilizing them. We're tucking them in field. We're playing Kirkes attacking midfield sometimes and all of this kind of stuff where, and before, I'm going to apologize now, because Endz did say this and I wanted to see it. I saw it. I didn't like it. So everyone remember, I said I wanted to see Wirtz on the left, right? In fact, everyone started saying it after a while. I want to see Wirtz on the left. Wirtz got to play left wing because then maybe we can, he can tuck in. If he tucks in, you got my man on the left going on the outside. And Kirkes, he'll provide the width. Kirkes provided the width, but it was just Kirkes. That was it. There was no one else there until McAllister started dropping into the left half space. Wirtz wasn't even a winger at this point. He was just like another player in the midfield in the center, because he didn't really want to go out wide. If he did, it was just to pick up the ball, then move infield again, which left Kirkes obviously by himself on that side, meaning he's got to deal with both Munoz and whoever else drops out to that wing. So whether it be Wharton, Kamada, one of the centre backs coming back round, that side was always getting overloaded for Crystal Palace. Hence why, if you guys check out on the actual map itself, I haven't got it here, but if you check on the map itself, it tells you Crystal Palace attacked more down our left-hand side than they did on the right-hand side. Why? Because that was the side that was open. We were trying to overload on that right-hand side, but we'll get into that. When we're talking about Crystal Palace, right? And obviously you mentioned there about, they've got the 3 at the back and you're trying to match them up. What's 2 things, and only 2 things? When you look at a Crystal Palace team, what are the 2 things you think Liverpool needed to be, I don't want to say wary, because we're still better than them, let's keep it a buck, but just be easy with this, because if they get this right, it could be a problem. What are 2 things you saw prior to the game before we get into it?
If we force the ball and give the 2 guys, so what I mean by forcing the ball is there's not really a pass on, but you're trying to give a pass.
Yeah,
it's just not on. They've got more numbers there, but you're still trying to play into him to draw players out. And I'm like, the way we're treating them as if they're not privy. They've never played a Premier League game before. They're stupid players and they're not smart. It's like they know by you playing it into someone under pressure, they know you're trying to draw them out. They know this. They're not stupid. So when we kept doing it, I'm like, you guys don't clock that they're not bothered. they're not bothered by you doing it. And not only are they not bothered, they're like, oh, if you're gonna do that, we're gonna snap at their heels every time they get it. I saw they rough up Wirtz, they roughed up Szoboszlai, they roughed up Gravers, they roughed up Matt. And I'm like, the reason why the man them all getting roughed up in those moments is because for some reason you've gone, I'm gonna try and draw them out. Let me play into him, let him say it back to me and draw them out. But we kept losing the ball in moments doing that. And the other thing as well, and I mentioned this on my preview, the two players that I thought was going to be in the midfielders was Wharton and Kamada. I was like, you can't play the game in front of them because it will be too easy. You need to give them something in behind them. And what I mean by give them something in behind them, if you match the formation up to a T, you would have Sobo and Gravers versus Wharton and Kamada. You're like, that's a good match. But we should have it because we've got the power, we've got the legs in there, whatever. Just in behind them, in the 210s, you could have had Wirtz, you could have played Salah, you could have played Mac, you could have played Jones, you could have done whatever you needed to do. Guess what? Just in behind him, as a player, if you know Isak is in there, but I'm like, the centre-backs will have that. Centre-backs will have that. But if I have players that keep drifting in my periphery, like in the little corners, and they're creating angles for the other two, Gravenberch and Mac, when they're on the ball, I don't know whether to go and press or do I need to go and sit off, because like they keep making angles. And because of that, it puts you in a position where you're unsure. What do I do? Do I go? Do I stay? Do I screen? Do I try and block? But while you're doing that, they can run forward or they can play in behind you and then they can turn. And then you've got runners like Mo can come off the wide areas if it's Mo or the wing backs, whatever. And then you've got Isak making runs in behind. The other 10 is there to link with as well. So in the game, if you kept doing that to them, it would have unsettled that. It wouldn't have unsettled in terms of the back three or their wing backs, but it would have unsettled the core in the middle, which then you can get shots away. Then you can get through balls in. Then you can get runners causing problems. Runners can take two centre-backs away. The striker, do you know what I mean? So there's more room to go and express yourself. But for some reason, we was like, nah. Well, let's play everything in front of them. So those are the two things, bro.
Liverpool are very interesting to watch. And before we even continue, right? Because I was listening to Endz's call-in show with Savage and Zabiri, and I listened to the call-in, and like I said, I was taking notes, and I was just listening to what people were saying, right? And quite a lot of people, what Endz is saying here, by the way, these are things that Endz has said. If you've listened, and I know all of you here have, these are things that Endz has said about Liverpool in general, but also about the way we maybe should potentially, again, we're not getting paid 15 mil a year, whatever it is. So I can only give you our opinion, right? Endz has already told you about a lot of this stuff already. But a lot of people are, getting at us, myself, Savage, Jerry, whoever, saying, yeah, you know what, we're winning. It doesn't really matter. Now Liverpool have lost the game. Somehow everybody can see problems. But I didn't really get that because we didn't have problems supposedly before, because we were winning these games, late goals and stuff like that. But the bits that Endz is saying in terms of the formation, in terms of what, in terms of the positioning, in terms of what he wants from certain players, and we're going to talk about those certain players, those little things are things that if Liverpool just improve that, I even think Liverpool would be the best team in Europe. And I don't think it would be that close. Maybe PSG, Barcelona, but like we would be the top of that list. We would be up there because they're not massive things that Endz isn't saying anything, in my opinion, that's making me think, bruv, that's a bit unrealistic though, Endz. You know what I'm saying? Like we can't really, what do you mean unrealistic? He's just saying, just move this player into this position, change the back line to put the three at the back, have your 210s, leave Mo Salah in the middle because he's been absolutely dog shit out wide. So let's put him closer to the goal and put him into that middle of the park. Have Isak, who can then, or Nketiah, whoever, have them linking up with the two attacking midfielders, which then gives them a lot more freedom in those forward areas, while you still have the base of that four behind them in terms of the two wing backs plus the two central midfielders, and you've still got your three at the back, because then you can match a team like Crystal Palace, because the reality is there's two threats. You've got Sarr, you've got Mateta. Mateta for strength, Sarr because he runs off Mateta. Guess what? Yeah. I've got Virgil and Konate didn't really have the best of games, but whatever. On a normal day, Konate versus Mateta, Virgil can handle Sarr because he's got the pace, he's got the strength, he can do all of that, right? But if he knows he only has him to handle, that's fine. Guess what? You've got one more centre-back who's now free and available. Just like Crystal Palace, when Crystal Palace had the ball and they were coming out the back and they were doing build-up, they always had, what's his name, the Lacroix guy. He was always free. He's always free. Why? Because they've got free back there. So I'm always, Crystal Palace are setting up with a 5v4 in build-up. Why? Because you've got the three at the back and your four in front of that can handle whatever it is after that. If it means we have to be compact, we'll be compact. If it means we've got to go wide or we've got to push them out to the, we'll do that. And you've still got your 3 players up there. That was, so what Endz is saying, I'm like, yeah, why didn't you just do that? Because you ended up putting Gravenberch back into set. So in my head, I'm like, so you wanted someone who was better on the ball anyway, back there. You was better off just playing the 3 at the back. And then if you wanted to, you could have put Gravenberch in there anyway. And then put the Bozolai McAllister. Anyways, let's talk about
can I because before you go into the player, because I want so people have a bit of visual aid in terms of what I was saying, right? So when I was saying about calls, so I brought my screen up. If you can bring it up for people, and then I'll show it for the ones that want to listen. You know what I mean? The ones that don't want to listen, then that's fair as well.
It's up to you, boy.
Right. So this is obviously I haven't named the Palace players, so you guys know what Palace players are where, right? So this is how Palace set up, how we set up in our game to game. From if we have the ball, cool, no problem. We outnumber them when we're on the ball. It's 4-1 in that instance because Nketiah can't chase down 4 players. He's not going to chase down Kirkes. He's not going to chase that. He'll just put pressure where it needs to be, right? Not a problem. But Palace didn't come into the game to do that. Look at how we set up and look at where is our advantage on the pitch from an attacking sense right now. From the shape, what you can see from a shape standpoint, G. Chat, I'd love to know. This is how we set up this Saturday. So where's the advantage for us in the attacking sense?
In the fullback areas, I guess, Kirkes, Bradley.
But that's in our own half. That ain't an advantage.
That's okay, Fez.
That's not
an advantage. If not, then really and truly, there isn't really much I can see because
Isak is 3-1 right now.
Yeah.
Szoboszlai in the 10 is 2-1. Then the 2 10s are going to mark our 2 holding midfielders, which is Graven and Thing. Then Nketiah's just going to throw his weight around. Salah's got to play up against Mitchell, and Wirtz has to play up against Muniz, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What Wirtz was trying to do in the game, right? He weren't like a touchline wing. He was trying to run into the midfield, cause problems or whatever, yeah? But even running into spaces like this, spaces like that, coming across here, dropping in here, you're just doing work for no reason, bro. Because guess what? Everything is in front of them. So them man are going, we know I've got my 3 there. I know we got a 2 there and we got a wing backs. Like, just let them play side to side and we'll see. Let's see what they're trying to do. All I asked G, and all I said was, if you just did this, put my man there. If you want to use Salah there, if that's what you want to do, I don't know. If that's what you want to do, wing backs, wing back. And I'm going to use Gravenberch just for this one, just to say, well, I want you as a 3 at the back. That's what I want, right? And then you got your 2 holding midfielders in here, So now, even if they did this, right? Even in this setup now, if we just match them for tactics, not saying the intricacy of how they play. Obviously, we would have our own way, our own style of it. But just putting players in positions to allow other players to think about, I can't switch off and the game is not being played in front of me. You ask any player, any professional player, unless they want to just lie, it's so easy to watch the game when everything's in front of you. As soon as you have to keep turning and running back, as soon as players are making little runs and creating angles in behind you, it's the most difficult thing to be in because you don't know whether to go and press, you don't know whether to sit off. All I've done was match their shape, G. Now look at it. Now look at the problems we now cause, because they have got 2 problems here. Either the 2 10s, which is Sa and Pino, drops in and go, right, we need to make sure we do that and stop these, man. No problem. Now Nketiah's up there on his 1s again, but now it's 3-1, and then you got the spare man if he wants to jump in there, Obviously, these man at Sa ain't going to be just following Szoboszlai around the pitch. It's not going to do that. They're going to try and drop into a shape. Guess what? If Sobo picks it up here, Wirtz makes angles in here, right? He has one job. If he comes in, if Muniz comes in and goes, I'm going to come and help babysit Richards here, cool. There, now you got an overload. Now you got 2v1 in that angle there, right? Then you've got McAllister, Szoboszlai on the ball. They can play their triangles there. Now Wharton or Kamada can't just go, I need to go and step in here, or I can just sit in here because he's got this guy just in and around behind him, creating angles, causing these men to drop. Whether he makes runs, he has to drop off, then creates angle for Szoboszlai to make him run behind. Isak can come short for 1-2. Salah then can drop into the space there. It just unsettles the whole back line if we just match them man for man. But just simplistically, bro, it allows us to have better players in better positions to cause them more problems. But for no reason, for some reason, the gaffer goes, oh no, we don't want to outnumber these, man. We just want them to cause us problems. We don't want to cause them problems. And if anyone watches Palace's game, you can see defensively they're a sound team, bro. They don't dive in, they don't create gaps for you to run in. And when they do, there's moments of brilliance because nothing's perfect, but they handle it in such calm and a collective way. But because teams ain't trying to match them up, and I'm not saying every game we need to go to this.
Of course.
Even though I think we should, because the players we bought is, I think Bradley is a call that he could be a wing back. He has the energy to get up and down. The speed is there, and he's very good at getting in behind. Obviously, the end product part, that's the part that most people would question. But guess what? Frimpong we bought. Guess where he played? Wing back for Leverkusen. Yeah, Kirkes is a wing back / marauding fullback. He's got a phenomenal cross, bro. You see when Kirkes goes off script, how quickly he can get past players. Right. Guess what else? We bought a 10 that plays in a double 10 at his old club. Guess what? It will help him as well, won't it? Not only that, if you man want to shoehorn Salah in the team, cool, no problem. Put him in a position where he's not up against Mitchell and Mitchell just has his number. That he's not up against Gueye, where Gueye will just bully him off the ball. Guess where? He's in these half spaces where he can make runs in behind, come short for passes, and because he's so creative, guess what? You got one of the deadliest strikers on the planet, but man, them don't want to create chances. So I digress, G. Maybe I was rambling, maybe I was, getting mad. I don't know.
Like I said, what did Big Up John? He said, can you replace Van Bronckhorst?
Hey, John, I want to stay respectful to Van Bronckhorst because I don't feel like the man them trust him either, bro. I saw them pan to the bench and Slot was talking to the next guy next to him, and it felt like there was a chair in between Van Bronckhorst, but no one was sitting there. You know when man them are having conversations, G, like it's a sweet convo. You're like, the man them are like, yo, bro, but you're like next to them, but it feels like you're far away because you're not included in what's going on. He is a coach in the team. Why is he excluded from the conversation?
Ain't he the assistant? I thought he was the assistant manager.
Okay.
That's even worse.
Okay. Please, guys, go and watch it. But I don't know if there was a chair. Maybe I made it up yet. I don't think there was he was sitting a chair apart, but I felt the way he felt he was like, he's just sitting there like, he's listening in, but they don't care what you have to say, my guy. Because the two of them have got the tactical board out. They got the tactical board out, and they're like, would you move? And he's sitting there going, could help. You guys want to hear what I've got to say? And they're like,
I'm here too, like.
Yeah. Do you want to hear what I think we should do? And I promise you, he would probably say, go with the wingbacks, bro. I promise you, he would do it.
And that's even the silly thing about it is because I just feel like at the moment we're doing the thing that we always do, man. And by the way, it's not even a thing that I don't think that Liverpool will eventually get better or whatever. I think that could still obviously easily happen. But we're signing these players, but you're not signing them for what you signed them for. That always bugs me with Liverpool. Like, if you sign a number 10, as Endz said, who plays in a double 10 at his old club, and he's moving to a tougher league, a league he's never played in before, and he still needs time to adapt to that league. Brother, you can't put him in on his ones. You're going to leave man in the wilderness in that. Remember, he's playing with 2 at a club that he's been playing at for time. You've now moved him to a 1 in there, and that 1. We need you to press. We need you to track back. We need you to have the skills. I heard Wirtz. He did it at the interview, the press call, whatever it's called, and he said because of sometimes when he gets the ball, he's actually tired when he gets the ball. So when he's receiving the ball in certain areas, he's actually tired now because he has to do. He wasn't complaining. He didn't moan on it. It was just more people were talking about him saying, when he not scoring, not assisting. He was like, it's not that, but it's when I'm getting the ball now in those same areas that I was getting the ball, because he's getting the ball in very similar areas as he was when he was at Leverkusen. The difference is at Leverkusen, he wasn't there to press this and I needed to go out wide. But then when you go out wide, I need to come back into the middle. I needed to track back. No. That was left for everything else. That was left for everybody else to do. Now he's doing all of these things. His sprints are up higher. His intensity's up. I'm like, No,
The brother, his sprints is the most in the Premier League, bro. That how like his sprints and covered and ground covered is mental, bro.
But how? But Endz, it should like leave him in the forward position. Let him. I keep saying, let him do that role up there. Him and the striker almost have it as a two. Yeah, and we're gonna talk about this player in a sec. You're probably gonna have to get rid of or drop this player on the right hand side to allow for that to happen, because you can't have three players who are not helping out in that kind of way, right? But if you're trying to change the team, if you're trying to make sure now that we don't just go through Salah and it's now going through Wirtz, we go through Isak. Savage made a point on your on the call in the other day about if you've got these two strikers now, Nketiah and Isak, Wirtz as well in terms of the attacking players, use them. We like have them two as the two players who don't have the defensive responsibility. I promise you that you'll see Wirtz refreshed, picking up the ball, because he can do the fucking turn. I've seen it already. He's already doing the turns, the flicks, the passing. He's got all of that. Like it's not like we can't sit here and say that Wirtz doesn't have the talent. He's got the talent. We know what he can do. The problem is, by the time he gets into this fucking area, Donny is probably so tired that his decision making, when you're tired, as we know with anything, if you're tired and you have to make a decision, sometimes it's not always going to be as sharp as it should be. So some of those passes, maybe not always. Some of the passes maybe he should be seeing for someone in his position. He's not always playing them. He's not feeding the striker when he needs to. Brother, he's tired. Endz just said his grounds covered, and that is of the highest, or one of the highest in the Premier League.
Bro, the last time I checked, he was the highest, but I don't know if he was the highest after like game week 3. I don't know if it's still the same because I don't watch every game to see. But that's mad.
But even still, we complained at Szoboszlai for doing that, and we wanted a bit more attacking flair or whatever in that.
Do you know why?
This to do the same thing. Endz.
Do you know why that is, bro? Is because we're so hell bent on playing McAllister in this team when he's not fitting what we need to fit right now. And the reason why is because you got like most of the midfielders we play against, right? Technically, they're not better than McAllister. Most of them, yeah. But what they do have is legs. So if they got legs, that means you're gonna have to have legs, because the only time your skill set is required is when we're on the ball. When you're on the ball, that's where your skill set's. Off the ball, when we lose the ball in silly transitions, that's where we need you to have a bit of legs. When we have this brother and this brother in the midfield, guess what happens? Legs, technical ability, you've got the passes, whatever, work rate. They just hunt man down, and it's a long day, right? So it's not that you can't have a role in the team. It's you're not needed currently in terms of what we're trying to do and what's the best balance for what we're trying to do. If we want to dominate games from start to finish, this is what we need. There's games where we're going to need your control. We're going to need a bit more of what your guile, your little cleverness within the game. There's games for that. There's games for that. But the gaffer keeps trying to shoehorn all of the midfielders in there. And that's how he got it wrong. Because look, bro, he played McAllister, Gravenberch, Sobbo, and Wirtz in the same game. So for most people, you would say, and I know they throw Jones out of it, they threw Rutara out of it. Cool, no problem. Whatever. That's you guys' preference. But you've thrown our 4 best midfielders in most Liverpool fans' eyes on the pitch together. So if it doesn't work, what do we do past that? What do we get off the bench? We get a defensive midfielder off the bench to change the outcome of it when we need a bit of cleverness, a bit of guile, a bit of creativity? Or do we throw Jones on where Jurgen Klopp has a hand in this? And I remember what I said to you, man, about 2 years ago. When you keep playing players in different positions, they lose their identity. Now Jones is gone. Oh, so I'm just a keep ball man now. I just have to come on and control games. Bro, the guy has way more skill sets than that. But we're just utilizing one section of his game. So now when he comes on, what's the expectation for Jones? No one ain't telling me he's coming on to create. They're telling me he's coming on to control games. So you got a DM on the bench to see out games if you're winning, and then you've got a controller to come on. But we're losing, so I don't think we need a controller, and I don't think we need a DM. We need, guess what? We need a creator. If you would have said, I'm dropping Wirtz today, I wouldn't have no problem. His performance hasn't been great, so throw him on the bench. But then when he comes on, I go, right, shift the formation. I'll put him in a position to get the best out of him to go and create. Boom, done. But yeah, we're doing the same thing to Soboslai. All of a sudden, he's a right back now. People are gassed. Oh yeah, my right back, blah blah. Shut up, man. He's a centre midfielder. Put him in midfield. Why are we trying to shoehorn players in positions and then all of a sudden the man them stop doing? Soboslai don't shoot from long range no more. You remember the Soboslai that came and just letting off shots?
Yeah.
To the other Soboslai where they're like, nah, don't shoot, my guy. Don't shoot. Just pass it, bro. Try and do the creative thing. Don't part that. Just. We got the McAllister at Brighton. That McAllister that was at Brighton ain't the same McAllister at Liverpool.
I promise you. You see that McAllister, I know everyone bants about it. That McAllister was on the way to being world class. If he had like continued that level form, the position, whatever, that McAllister was heading that way. This one is not heading in that same way, bro. It's not the same.
What's my man? What's the gaffer? What's his ex-gaffer? Fucking why is his name slip my mind? So De Zerbi nearly made him world class, and now we've got man looking like an average midfielder, bro.
Bro, he just looks like and I said this before, and I'm not trying to be rude. He literally is just a good Premier League midfielder at this point, where you're like, you don't really have much that you're doing that's making me think, oh, this is so unique that like I would need this in the team. Endz just said it there. Like we've got the other midfielders who can do the other jobs in 3-4-3, 4-2-3-1, 4-3-3. So we don't even need you to actually even be on the pitch, but you're a very good Premier League player. So of course I want you in the team, like in the squad, because you can come off the bench, you can play in certain game, whatever. But for my best 11, you're not really there. I'll be honest. You're not really the one that I'm looking at anyway to kind of say. But listen, looking at the players, and you touched on a few of the players, to be fair, right? But even just looking at Florian Wirtz, just in general, bro. What is it now? Because obviously I've seen the memes, and listen, that is what it is. It's now 007 now at this point. But forget the goals, forget the assist. How do we? Because I don't think it's Wirtz. I actually think it's more the manager and the tactics. But I want to know what you think in terms of how can we get the best out of this guy, bro? Like, I'm going to give you this as a caveat. Based on what we have currently and what you think the manager's going to do, what do you think the next kind of step is in terms of him anyway?
The problem we have, bro, is I think it's like two parts, right? So firstly, I think it's partly him, partly the tactics, the manager. I'd say the manager, and then you guys can put it within the tactics. Partly him, partly the tactics. Yes, he has to be better in moments. Yes, his performance hasn't been great, but he's kind of giving us a bit context. Because he's doing a bit more running when he gets it into certain areas. There you go. He's not going to be able to be at his best in those moments, when the defining moments. The same reason why we don't ask Salah to track back is because we don't want him too tired. We want him to have all the energy. So when you get the ball in the final third, that's your bag. Now you've got bare energy because we're doing the running for you. Okay? Not a problem. The other side of it, bro, is I don't know what the gaffer said to him to sell him. Whatever that presentation was amazing. To convince him that we were bringing him in to do a certain job. Because I've watched this player for so many years. I don't think you sold him on that he's going to do loads of running. I can't believe if you told me that's what, and it doesn't mean that he's not allowed to run and no, let's protect. No, you have to work hard, my guy. It's a Premier League. That's just part and parcel of it.
Fact.
But you couldn't have sold him like, yeah, I'm going to get you to track back, and then you're going to cover in these half spaces, and you're going to drop back into here, when we're on the ball. And then, if Sobo goes, then I need you to cover him. If Gravers goes, then I need you to sit in and cover that right side, the left side. One of the most creative players in the world. That's what you sold it. That couldn't have been. You would have sold him on, bro, you're going to be in the 10. Sometimes we're going to play this shape, and we're going to get you here, and we're going to get you in these half spaces. Then I want you to create. We're going to let this man do the running for you, that man do the running for you. But I need you when you get it here, be productive. Be positive, get on the ball, create that. You're gonna have Mo Salah that side. We're gonna try and get Isak in there as well. You're gonna have this player, that player, and I'd have been like, yeah, this is mad. You mentioned Mo Salah and Virgil and them man and Gravers and okay, and you're gonna sign Isak. I'm gonna create for him.
Yeah, 100%.
That's where I felt like we went. And then as soon as he signed, they're like, yeah, listen, that ain't what we wanted to do. Now the man is in a 5-year deal, or 6, I should say, can't do nothing about it. But because of the way he speaks, and because I know he's not going to shy away from hard work, he knows he's not at his best. I can see that in him. and I'm sure it's gonna work at some point. But if the tactics stay the same, it's not gonna work. It will work in moments where he looks good, but it won't be a consistent thing unless we change the way we play. It won't be consistent because he's a type of player that you need to play 1 or 2 touch with, but we don't play that way. I don't like the fact that our centre backs have more touches of the ball than our midfielders. That don't even make sense to me.
Yeah, that's mad.
That doesn't make sense to me. That Virgil finishes the game on more touches than every player on the pitch at times. That to me is crazy. If you're playing a possession, like I applaud anyone, the teams that you look at with the most possession, the world football, you always look at a Barcelona and a PSG just based on the way they play. Even like the Zerbi's team, I'll say they do really well with ball possession, but they have more of a transitional ball possession thing where they like we go back to front really quickly, get through the lines. We don't keep it and build. We can keep it and build, but we go centre back, midfielder, winger, inside, winger, outside. Then we get shots off, kind of thing. But we go centre back, hold, centre back, roll it into midfielder, roll it back, centre back, side to side, roll it into midfield again, punch it out wide to the fullbacks. What? Bro, I know.
Let me see if I got the passing map here. There we go. Don't know if you guys
didn't even have to see the passing map to show it. Centre back, punch it out to the fucking fullbacks.
And by the way, you know why this is so funny, yeah? The fact that Endz could tell you just off the top of his head, right? He ain't got the game, like he's not watching the game right now where he can see everything that's going on. The fact that you've been able to clock, we do the same pass, centre back, as you said, pop it in, back to centre back, pop it out wide, usually back to centre back, maybe goes back into the midfield. Then maybe we decide to kind of, start moving a bit forward if we can get someone in the spaces.
Do you know what? Sorry to cut you again.
No, please.
You know what's criminal from this list, yeah? The highlighted ones here are the man them that you need to go and create. And we expect Wirtz to create when less arrows are going into the final third, into the half spaces. Look at them. You can't even see the arrows. Can you just make that the pitch? Just make it full screen so people can see, bro. You want this brother to create, and do you know when he could create if he played centre back? That if Wirtz played centre back, he would create because you have more of the ball.
Hold on. I'm gonna make this.
You don't even have to change the layout, G. Just click on that little square picture on the thing in it, and it will make it enlarge it.
Oh, is it? Yeah. See, look, Endz is teaching me.
Yeah. If there you go. So the line, that line might as well be invisible, bro. It might as well be transparent, bro. At this point, that line from, if you guys can see McAllister, you see the line coming off of McAllister into like Florian Wirtz.
Yeah.
That is diabolical, bro.
That's mad.
That's diabolical. So that means our centre backs and our full backs get more of the touch and Mo Salah, based on the lines.
Look. Most passes, Virgil van Dijk. Most progressive passing, Ibu Konate. So our two centre backs.
So man said Ibu don't progress. What?
Well, clearly he does, boy. So our most
progressive passes received. No, G. All right, sorry, it's your stream.
Oh, sorry. Let me see. Is it there?
No.
Oh, my days. Okay. So
the 10 is not the guy. Okay, sorry, G. Apologies.
No. Because it's hilarious. Because I didn't even, I put this together, but I didn't even really look at it. I was like, okay, this just looks good. I was more focused on the passing map. I didn't even clock. So our number 10 is not on this list at all for anything, really. Look at that. The most central player is Connor Bradley. Like, he's the one who's picking up central areas the most. That's actually funny. So what's our number 10 doing?
Running, bro. Picking up grounds and kilometers, just getting himself fit.
That's mad. Man said Wirtz isn't the guy who's making the most passes. Fair enough. I might even give you a blie if one of the midfielders were the ones with the most passes. I would love to see. To be fair, I watched the game against Sociedad Barcelona. I'm pretty sure Pedri had the most passes in the game.
Always, bro. Always, because they use him as their pivot. They use him and Frankie de Jong and if they what's my man that they play in there sometimes as well. They use them as the pivot, bro. No,
Casado.
Casado. Mingo, I'm not, bro. I'm not. I'm just pointing out the things that I see on a day to day, and when I'm trying to explain it to people, but everyone wants to be this toxic positivity thing where they're like, "No, but we're winning."
Yeah.
And no, we're winning, so it doesn't matter. And I'm like, bro, it's not about just because you're winning. It's the fact that we can be such more of a dominant. If you watch the game and we're winning the game in the last minute, if we're scraping by, we're conceding these dead goals, you can't breed that air of that dominance, bro. You know, like I remember when we had, when I mean, what was the season? Because I'm not good at like recalling seasons. I just remember games at times, right? But there was a moment when I was on the clock and I was like, bro, once Liverpool score, I know we're winning.
Yeah. I told you,
And
18-19. That was the year when Liverpool were in the tunnel. I keep saying in the tunnel, they won the game. They didn't need to come out on the pitch. In the tunnel, we won the game.
They might as well say, just give the man them the 3 points. Let's not get dirty. Let's not sweat. Can we just jump back on the coach? They can have the 3 points and let's move on, guys.
Yeah.
But bro, it's like this to me is crazy, G, bro. That the centre backs have the most passes, the most progressive passes is by a centre back. The most progressive passes received is Mo Salah, and he's the one that keeps losing the fucking ball. So not only are we progressing it well, then we lose it. Then guess what? All the man them that go up to go and support, we lose the ball. Now we're out of possession. What? Why is my number 9 below my number 7, bro?
That you know what? I thought that was weird as well. I was like, why? I didn't realize that Wirtz was ahead of Isak that much in the game, but clearly
because he had the free roaming in, he was just going everywhere, so he could
just going everywhere.
So I get it right, and I'm not crazy, bro. Is it because they just do like an average, right? So they go right averagely throughout the game. That's where their positions were. That is
it's an average. It's an average. It's just an average.
So one of the most deadliest strikers on the planet. Okay, so one of the most deadliest strikers is doing the full 9.5 thing, or 8.5, should I say? Because basically, 10.5. No, I don't even know. It's a 0.5 something, bro. He's doing a 0.5 thing.
Liz, I'll be real. This is when Endz is talking tactics. When he's not doing the hosting and he has to do the talking and he has to host the show, you don't get this Endz. This is him.
Yeah, Liz, when you tune in at 12 o'clock, you see a completely different guy. Like, wait, what happened to the guy? I'm asking questions.
Because he has to ask questions. Exactly. He's got to ask. He can't ask us questions with me as Savage or angry. Like, we can't, like, what do we do? We didn't do it.
I never asked. I can't ask the question and answer it myself, bro. That would be mad. I might as well just do the stream myself.
Exactly.
Just do this
so when he's big up Jerry, man. Big up Jerry. So when he's doing the tactics, and again, it's just exactly. Thank you. You said it better. This is just the real Endz. Let's chat about him then. Let's chat about him because you spoke about him there a little bit. I'm going to go first because I have a feeling that you've got a few choice words that you want to get off your chest. So I'll go. I'm now starting to accept that maybe, and this is only because I then saw Chiesa come on the pitch and Gakpo came on the pitch and they just looked 10 times better than what we were doing at first. I'm trying to use my words carefully because I don't want anyone to use this against me. I think Mo just needs a game out, and not a cup game, not a League Cup against Southampton. No. I think Premier League game. I just think you need to sit out for a second, just a sec. Come on, you can come off the bench, which I think you would do if you were sitting on the bench anyway. I think the manager would look at it, think, all right, let me bring Salah on 60 minutes, whatever. That's not a problem. Right now, though, it is like playing with 10 men. And I know everyone keeps saying it, but it really is.
No, not everyone, G. Not everyone.
Oh, sorry. Not everyone. Most people, some people. Yeah, 1% of people are saying it. Right now, though, my bro, you like, Endz just said it, that you're getting the ball, you're fucking losing it. You're like, I don't understand. When you receive the ball, why is your kind of first thought, I'm Lionel Messi, so I'm gonna try and do all of these. I beg you, just keep it fucking simple. And on top of that, when I then go to the tactic side of things, I'm like, Slot, the guy cannot run past his man. It is done now. Like, we're never gonna see that from Mo Salah in a back three against Crystal Palace, where Mitchell is already got the energy, he's got the pace to keep up, and he's got the strength to keep up with Salah. I beg you, don't just leave Salah out there. Don't do that. Look, that's his heat map. What? Don't leave him out there. Because if you leave him out there, I promise you, he's just going to chill and nothing's going to happen as it did in the game. And it's just going to be whatever. Heck, he even tried to stop a goal when we scored that goal anyway. That's how involved he was trying to be within the game. Why? But he was in that position because you moved him centrally. Frimpong on the overlap. He's providing the width on that side, which allows Salah to be able to move infield and he can be in there. Obviously, almost fucked it up, but just in a general sense. Right now, though, I need to see this guy just touch the bench. And the only reason why I say that is because it's all well and good if you're scoring, if you're assisting, because then you can maybe play some of this off. But you ain't really doing that. Your performances are getting so shit that I'm like, I don't know if Slot wants to. I think Slot would prefer to play through Wirtz, but where you've got Salah on the pitch, it's almost like a subconscious thing from some of the players where we're doing what the manager's asking us to do, but on the flip side of it, maybe we should revert back to what we already kind of knew, which was give the ball to Salah, whatever, because he's not really in the game. He's trying to take the ball off this guy. Forget all of that. Just take him out. Just take him out of the team. If you take him out of the team, Liverpool will have to then learn to play without him. And then Wirtz can start taking the control in those attacking areas. Because right now, Salah just looks so, and this hurts me to say it, but you look so shit. You actually remind me of Aubameyang, of Alexis Sanchez, I can't remember all those kind of players where you got the big contract and you can tell when you're watching a player in decline because you can see on the pitch, they're not explosive anymore. Aubameyang, you saw it straight away. No, like as soon as the explosiveness went, he was just gone. Alexis Sanchez, as soon as that went, he's just gone. Salah, you've not had it for about 2 years, but you've been able to score goals. But now you're not doing that. And the team, I don't know if the team understands what they need to do with the new players, as well as having Salah there. It's now becoming a hindrance. But Endz, chat to me about that one.
I don't know. While he was talking, I was just thinking how I'm gonna phrase it. But what I'm gonna no longer do is do the caveat thing. I'm no longer gonna say we're talking about this season. At this point, if you don't understand we're talking about this season, you're an idiot. I'm not even going to mince my words no more, right? Not only that as well, the same thing you guys tried to beat Gakpo with, oh, look, Chiesa's got more goal contribution. He was only one, by the way. So he should be playing over Gakpo. Chiesa now has the same amount as GA Salah, with way less minutes, by the way.
Yeah, and he's not started the game apart from the Southampton game. Yeah.
The brother has 4 goal contribution, the same as Salah. And the guys played. He didn't get called up to the international football. Didn't get called up to the preseason tour. Didn't get put in a champ. Now by default he's back in there. But maybe tonight or tomorrow, should I say, we'll get to see him. Bro, the guy offers nothing. G. I said this for years. I said this for time now. We play with 10 men. We play with 10 men. We play with 10 men in the game, and normally what saves him is because he ends up getting a goal and an assist in the game. Which people will tell you, oh yeah, but that's the currency in football. Not a problem. Not a problem. But he's telling me that he's a moments player. So I have to now wait for the moment while I'm watching my team play shit. While you can play shit the whole game and I'm watching my team, every time they give the ball to you, you lose it. But I'm meant to just wait for the moment. I should just sit for 90 minutes of supporting my team and wait for the moment. And if the moment doesn't come, I'm not allowed to say nothing because apparently... take that away. Scrap there. Apparently, you cooked for how many years? So I'm meant to go. Do you know what? For today's game, I'm just going to sit here and take whatever you're going to give us today and wait for this particular fantastic moment that you're going to give us. This moment that you can say, yeah, I'm him. I'm meant to wait for that. 90 minutes of football. I'm watching Sarr cook us. Sarr's got 5 goals and 2 assists against Liverpool. You know,
that's mad. That's mad. Across 2 teams as well. That's crazy.
While I'm watching this brother and Pino, this brother that only just come.
He look all right, boy. Look all right.
Come on, bro. But then, man, them always want to do this because most of you people can't debate anyway, man. So you bring up dumb shit. Oh, Salah's my guy. Like, Salah's done this. He's carried the team. Shut up, man. Shut up, man. Be able to have a debate and stop drawing for old shit. Talk about now, the present. He's playing dead. It doesn't mean he's not great and what he did in the past was great. It doesn't mean that. It just means in this moment, right now, can you just be open and honest with yourself? Swallow that pill, bro. It's good for you. He's not playing well. Put Chiesa in the team. And see, can he be any worse? At this point, Jihad, can he be any worse?
No, I actually think he'll be better. I actually think he'll be better.
And all you man that's gonna crash out, Endz is this and blah blah blah. You can't debate because I've asked numerous of you man to come and debate me on these things, and you can't. Keep hiding. Turn up and tell me. Come and give me the reasons why he should play from a tactical standpoint. Tell me the reason why he should play in this team. Because a man look, but you look at the numbers though. Ground jewels, lost every one of them. So we got a brother that's on the pitch doing what then? So when the ball rolls into you, and we're hoping, right, trap it, keep it for us, we can get upfield. You can't do that. Then you nearly, in the game, bro, the brother tried to handball the ball. Listen, I'm going to be the most biased Liverpool fan and say I didn't see it. We didn't see it. It wasn't a handball, but probably it was. Yeah, we know. Yeah, we didn't see it. Then not only that, Soberslide half volley, nearly when it was on target.
Oh, my days, bro. I was like, why?
He tried to steal it. He tried to take it, bro.
That's when I said, nah, Salah, you're having a bad day. You're having a bad day. You're having a bad day.
How the man tried to steal it, bro. So at this moment now, G, no one can tell me otherwise, bro. Because he wasn't the one scoring the goal, we're not winning. We're not winning because I didn't score and I didn't assist, so we're not winning today. So I'm gonna try and handball it to stop us, and I'm gonna block Soberslide shot.
That was
no, he didn't block it, he tried to steal it. Instead of trying to move out the way,
I could tell it.
Man tried to, like, bro, you're offside, my guy. Come on, man. Like, Soberslide had the shot. The keeper's frailing. He's thinking, oh my days. You go now. I'm gonna stick a foot at it. G, can you go back? I don't even want to talk about. This guy irritates the life out of me some games, bro. But guess what? Guess when I gave him credit though. And then for you guys that want to choose to listen and listen with your bottom of your feet, not with your ears. Gave him credit against Everton, and I gave him credit against Atletico Madrid, didn't I? I said how outstanding he was in the games.
What do you want me to go
Guess
back
what?
to?
No, I wanted to, leave it on that one. I gave him credit because I'm not asking for him to dribble past 6 players. I'm not asking, and I don't need him to do step overs. All I'm asking for you to get involved in the game. Show your class. Show how good you are. Show how good we know you can be. And it doesn't mean you need to score a goal and an assist to be good in a football game. But you can be effective without scoring or assisting. But you're ineffective. And you're only effective if you score. And we know how difficult it is to score in a Premier League game. But, gee, look at this, yeah? You remember when I was showing you the tactics breakdown, yeah?
Yeah.
And I was saying the reason why we should have changed our shape to Palace's one. Look, if that is our average position for all of our players, why do you think Wharton and Kamada had a great game? Because everything is in front of them.
Yeah.
Everything is in front of them, bro. They can see where every player is coming from. And then it's only Mo against Gueye and Mitchell. He ain't winning those battles.
Yeah, he ain't winning that. He ain't winning that.
So that means Muniz has the whole pitch to see everything calm. Okay, I'm going to make a run now. Not only that, when Wharton gets the ball, he knows Mitchell is going. He knows Muniz is going. He can pick a simple pass.
You know what's mad? Look at, if everyone can see, I'm gonna leave this up for a second. Look at Crystal Palace, obviously on the left-hand side in blue. Wharton, center circle number 20, right? All of that center circle more or less to himself, right? Look at how from number 3, it goes 3, 10, 18, 14, 7. Look at that line that they've got there. And then look at Liverpool's team. So look at the line that they've got there. So when Endz is asking about why would Wharton and Kamada have good games, bruv, Wharton's chilling by himself in the middle of the park anyway. He's good, like he's calm. You can't, and he's a Premier League footballer. So regardless of anything, whether you think he's good or bad, he's a Premier League footballer, a very good one at that. If you give him time, he's going to be able to pick passes, move the ball around, shift, whatever kind of thing. But then look at Liverpool's kind of team. You've got Salah out there doing whatever. You've got the midfield. I guess it's almost like a box. Van Dijk, Konate, number 10, McAllister, and Gravenberch kind of in there. And then Salah just out there on his own doing whatever it is that he is obviously trying to do. Like I said, man, like I said, I didn't want to be too harsh on Liverpool because I said I get what people are saying in terms of it's only one game, it's only one loss. I do get that. But Liverpool have not played well for ages. And I do mean for a very, very long time. I think we've all watched these games. You've been happy that we've won the Premier League, you know, kind of thing. So there is that to kind of take away. But the performances have been shit in a lot of games, like a lot of games. We have been bailed out so many times by individual brilliance from Mo Salah, from Cody Gakpo getting his goals. You know, Nketiah now coming into the fold. Chiesa coming off the bench. Like, that's what we've been watching recently anyway this season. Like, I'll give it.
Can you see why now when me and Sav said it doesn't matter who you would get in as a striker because we don't create chances for the forwards anyway? The team is still hell-bent on playing for Mo Salah. Point proven. We've now looked at graphs to prove the point. The most progressive passes are from a defender. The most passes are from a defender. The most player that gets the ball is Mo Salah. So not only do we have one of the best creators and we spent 100 million on him to run around, we've now bought our striker. Can we go back to our striker's average position, please?
Yeah.
You know, the one when he's just below, he's literally just sitting below fucking Florian Wirtz. So we went out there and spent 100 million on a striker just to sit below the attacking midfielder. But then on the hindsight of that, we're not actually passing to the attacking midfielder. So
it's that team map, by
the way. That's of a striker, people. That's a striker's heat map for you, yeah? That's the guy that you said, nah, do you know when Isak comes in, he'll stay more central and... Yeah. The guy's heat map is in the center circle. That's where I see the most yellow.
That's mad.
That's where I see the brightest yellow is in the center circle. So our striker's just taking kickoff at this point. He's just kicking off because they scored 2 goals. So yeah, he weren't on the pitch for the second one, but he was on the pitch for the first one.
Mm-hmm.
So man just there to take kickoffs.
Basically, yeah, bro. Why is your? I'm sorry. I'm looking at it because I'm so confused. Why is your thing in the center circle so much? Like, why are you there? But it goes back to what you said though. The game is just in front of Crystal Palace anyway, so it's almost like that's just where our players, because of how we're playing, these are the positions that they've got to take up anyway. Let me even go show you Wirtz's. That's Wirtz's heat map.
Oh, so and then again the other narrative. Oh no, he doesn't support Mo Salah. Okay, he doesn't. All right.
What? Who doesn't support Mo Salah?
Wirtz doesn't. That was one of the narratives. Oh, he's not linking up. There's no one out there supporting him. What? Heat map tells me otherwise. That's what that heat map tells me. That heat map tells me that brother starts on the left where he weren't on the left. Where everyone wanted to put him, that's where the heat. Look, as I said, the more bright the yellow, the more that's where you were standing the most of the time or making movements, right? Central, right side. That left-hand side, lesser yellow, lighter yellow, brighter yellow from central, moving over to the right-hand side of the pitch.
That's...
So, again, the game isn't built around the players we've bought. It's still built around the player that's declining in our team.
Yeah.
Make it make sense, bro. Make it make sense, bro. Make it make sense to me. I don't know everything and I don't pretend to know everything in football because I don't. I learn off of you, man. I learn off of, the people I'm around, the coaches I'm around, professional players I'm around as well. I learn off of, yeah? So I don't know everything. I try and pick up things as much as I possibly can to come and share with people that I know and I care about, my, the viewers and the listeners. But I'm watching our team and I'm watching people just keep making excuses, bro. And tell me, nah, it's all right. We're fine, bro.
Look at this here. So this is Crystal Palace.
Is that their passing map?
This is their passing map. So just look at most progressive.
Man, like Wade didn't even pass forward, bro. Man, just side to side and backwards. I hear it.
Yeah. But look at who made them. Who's making the most progressive passes in comparison to us. So this is Liverpool, most progressive passes. Konate. This is Palace.
Most progressive passes, one of their tenors. One of their tens, one of their tens that played in there. Yeah. Most progressive passes received. Guess what? The wing backs, bro, because they create space over on the width.
This is Liverpool, by the way.
Go
I
back.
don't know,
Who's the other one? The most passes? Who made the most passes in their team? Henderson.
Yeah, the goalkeeper. Yeah, the goalkeeper.
Yeah, because they kept setting it back to him, and he kept like pinging it over to Muniz or down the middle to Mateta to knock down. To be fair, Ibu won loads of the duels against him. You know, it was just a few moments. He had some shaky moments where it was just more the ball. You're like, bro, that was mad. Still, I don't know what he was doing there, but nothing kind of came of it. But in terms of when they knocked it long into Mateta, I don't remember him winning one of the flick-ons. You know.
I don't think he actually really did. If I'm being honest, it was more. He was just remember it was just second balls for them.
Yeah, they kept winning this.
So this
is why they kept winning the second ball, bro.
This is for everybody to see. So these obviously this is the zone 14 thing that everybody keeps talking about and Tete. Liverpool passes into the box 1. Crystal Palace passes into the box 5.
So we have zone 14. Oh, okay. So we have zone 14, G. And the zone 14 is filled up of one pass.
One pass into the box. In comparison,
end the stream, bro. End the stream, bro. People don't want to listen, bro. We're not even worth the time no more, bro. At this point, just leave it, bro. It's mad. We told you last season, G. Told man last season between the two strikers, them man they had 30 shots each when we checked it, and that was like after game week 30. So it was like as strikers, bro. So you're telling the man them average it out. They're having 1 shot per game or less than a shot per game, or there's some games they're having no shots because they probably had 5 in one of them.
Yeah,
and those are the ones where you cook them. You're like, yeah, man, them were clinical today. Nunes missed the goal twice. But then the next game, he has no shots at all. 30 shots. The strikers, we can't be by. Do you know what we should have done? Get Mateta, bro. Might as well just get Mateta, hold it up, click on. Don't need it. Because then the expectation would have been less. The expectation from the striker would have been like, I know Mateta ain't gonna score bare goals, but he's gonna bring Mandem into the play.
I told you. And the only reason why I said, and listen, we could laugh and joke now. The reason why I said it is because it forces Liverpool to have to play a different way. You can't play this way with Mateta. It doesn't work. Like, he would just be standing there doing nothing. You had he's not going to do pressing, running around. You have to play a different way, whether it's super direct and Virgil just keeps going long and then we get the knockdowns and then Florian Wirtz and other players can play, or we just need to play in a completely different way. But it forces you to have to do something different. That was my issue. And again, like I say, anything can happen. The season is long. Isak, Nketiah, they'll obviously get better and maybe form a better partnership. But you bought similar players. So if you take one off to bring the other one on anyway, you're not really changing much. You're just bringing on a fresher player to do the same job. But if that job wasn't working to begin with, what is that new player coming on the pitch to do? If that job wasn't working, there's no point me having Pedri, Xavi, Iniesta, and Busquets against Inter Milan away, Jose Mourinho. It's not working, brother. I'm not bringing on someone else to do the same thing that Xavi was doing. It's not working. Man has to now bring on something else. I have to actually do something completely different because it's not working. But he's doing the same things with like different players. I'm like, but what's the point? It wasn't working. So if you have to go to 3 at the back, if you've got to go with 2 attacking midfielder, I beg you just do something that is just different.
And right now, the excuse now, G. The excuse will be now, G, is that we've lost Leone, so we can't go 3 at the back. That would be the excuse. But at the same time, you told us that you can play Endo there, Gravenberch can play there. You played Robbo there.
Yeah.
So you can do it if you truly want to. You shouldn't have taken an 18-year-old, because if we would have signed Mark Guay, Leone would never have played.
Yeah, no.
And if Guay would have got injured, then what then? Are we going to say we should have bought another centre back? Because that's the way I look at it. The way I look at it was Guay would have been the choice that we made. We'd have had 4 senior centre backs. Leone would have 21s, maybe a League Cup game if needs be, depending, maybe him and Guay there, or him and do you know what I mean? Or you'd have Guay and Gomez. Leone would be on the bench, or Leone would start with Guay and then Gomez would be on the bench for League Cup games, right? So that's your extra centre back. Yeah. So the way I look at it, even if we'd have got Guay and he got injured, we'd have still been in the same position we're in now. Because no one truly knew how good Leone was until we saw that first. But then again, even though it was good and it was great moments, and I think he'll be a top centre back, and I'm so sorry he got the ACL, bro, because now he's got to have to wait a whole year. The good thing is he's only 18, should have a quicker healing time, come back faster, strong, whatever, and then he'll be back when he's 19. You know what I mean? At least then you'll be like, you've got plenty of time ahead of you, my guy. You got this, man. Come back strong and we're good to go. Right. But up until that point, if Gueye was the one who picked up the injury, we would have still had the 3. And then no one would have known. You know what the Leone one would have been like if we just drawed Reece. Obviously, we know, on hindsight, we know how good Leone is. But it's the same as if we just drawed for Nat Phillips if he was still here. Like, we just draw for him as well because we've had an injury, so we just draw for him in there.
Yeah.
But the hindsight is because we know how good Leone is, we're like, he's going to be a big miss. But is what it is, man.
Let me get to some of these questions. Big up to everybody, man, who's been locked in. By the way, we're going to wrap this up real soon. Big up Liz, by the way. She has gifted 1 membership. So, guys, if you want to just support the channel, during the international break, I will have quite a lot of stuff for the members. I've already put it up onto my YouTube. So, yeah, as soon as the international break kicks in, you guys will have the first exclusive looks to some of the videos I'm going to be putting out there. So, yeah, if you want to just support the channel, $1.99. Do your thing.
You know how mad it is. Liz gifted it and she got it.
Hey Liz, you can't gift.
You might as well just got it for yourself, Liz. At that point, no, it's random, innit? It's one of the random ones.
I don't know how it works.
Yeah, so when you gift it goes out. So someone randomly will get it. It just randomly landed back to Liz.
I didn't even. Fair enough. Yeah, big up to Liz then. Big up to Liz. Big up to Honesty as well. Been a member for 7 months as well. Like big up to your damn self, man. Big up. I saw this comment actually from Savage. I wanted to start. Big up Savage every time. If I say it once, I'll say it twice. Wirtz was welcome, but not needed at all. Should have just kept Harvey and spent the money on a DM and wages on a new gaffer. I'm gonna take out that last line. It was a bit harsh, but we'll take out that last line. What do you think about that? Just in like your opinion. Now, caveat is we know Wirtz is a baller. We know Wirtz is a good player.
Yeah.
We know all of that. I just had to caveat because I know people are gonna say dumb stuff. When you look at the way Wirtz is being used now, was there a need for a Wirtz anyway? Like with what we're doing, man. Based on what we're doing.
They told me the PowerPoint. I tried to get the PowerPoint that he used, man. The PowerPoint gassed me, man. Said he got shown how he was going to be used. I got gassed because I know what type of player he is, and I'm like, oh, that means we're going to utilize his skill sets then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I never wanted Harvey to leave anyway, bro. So yeah, I never wanted him to leave the club, man. I didn't see all you had to do was just trust the guy and play him.
Yeah,
because you can say there was moments when, for me, then sometimes when he's traveling forward, he turns back, and I'm like, that's a negative for me at times. But he's a baller, bro. You can see, and he's a Liverpool. So he's a Liverpool fan, and he plays with his heart on his sleeve, bro. He'll always give 110, and that's always a plus. And I think from a Liverpool fan base, from what I've heard people say, they love players that work hard. That's why probably Núñez survived longer than what he probably needed to, because he worked hard in it. So they're like, he's grafting, but he ain't really contributing, but he's grafting. He's doing his thing, right? Mm-hmm. Harvey was doing that and contributing, bro, because he was getting goals, he was getting assists in the right moments. But at the same time, the expectation is you can't not play a guy for 6-7 games, put him in at the cold and go, show me why he should be playing. What?
Yeah.
Because in this day and age, we know what the measurement is. The measurement of playing good isn't performances, it's goals and assists. And I know people are going to lie. And the only people I trust that's outside of that is you, me, Sav, Cav, Jerry.
Nice.
In terms, because I speak to you guys more than I speak to everyone else. And I know we're like, nah, you got to play well. But you guys won't lie to me and go, nah, but he scored today, so that means he plays well. I've never heard you guys tell me that ever, bro. Like, oh, he scored today. We might banter and joke around Salah, like, oh, he scored. You can't say that. We have a laugh around that. But realistically, we know, like, nah, that was dead.
Nah, he played shit today. Yeah, it was shit. It was shit.
But that's what the expectation is for Harvey. You won't play for 7 games, throw him in and go, well, you didn't score today. Why are you in the team? What? Did you not watch him run around and create and get on the ball and the one and the seal? Okay, didn't see that though. Didn't score, didn't assist, so get him out of here. I hear it, man. Hope Harvey have a great. I hope he becomes so good that we regret selling him. That's all the players we did. I saw your tweet about Tyler Morton as well. Now you're seeing what I was saying in it about how good this brother is.
I wasn't going to speak. speak on that.
Nah,
Someone needs to explain Tyler Wharton to me, because I don't understand where all of a sudden he's just become this fucking baller of a midfielder for Lyon. I'm like, where?
Always
Like,
been that, bro. But we don't play the brother to I had enough, G. Listen, bro. Anyway, sorry, man. It's your stream.
No. Big up Pops, man, every time as well. I need to ask you this because you're a coach. Because I need you to maybe explain it to me, because I don't understand. Obviously, he's asking here, what is he trying? What is Slot trying to do? Like, what
I have no
is
clue.
the tactic, bro?
I don't know. Hey, listen. Maybe you guys should listen to me more often. Remember what I said? I feel like Liverpool will just have tactics per game. We won't have a style of play. Do you remember that?
Yeah,
remember that conversation?
You did say that,
I
to be
said
fair.
we won't have a style of play. We'll just set up based on what the game is and be like, yeah, just go out and try and win the game, innit? And we'll just shift to like 4 or 5 different tactics, formulas, throwing players on left, right, and center. And then sometimes he gets the luck of the draw. Rio coming on scoring, Chiesa coming on scoring. When you get the luck of the draw sometimes when you from the deck. You're like, okay, he's coming on. That's what we're on. That's why I said there's no point of getting mad, people, bro. Just enjoy it. That's why I said, remember when we was winning and we said, I think everyone should stay. The people that were saying there was not a problem should stay on point when we lose a game of football, because there should still not be, because we've won more than we've lost. So technically, there shouldn't be an issue, because the evidence is we've won 6, I think it was, or whatever, and we've lost 5 Premier League. We played 6 Premier League games, right? Won 5, lost 1. Yeah. So it's a 5-to-1 ratio. So realistically, everyone should be like, it's just a 1 game, minor. The reason why it hits more to home is because when the light bulb goes off and they heard Endz say something, Savage say something, G said something, Jerry said something, this man said something, this girl said something, and now it's going off. They did say the best double pivot is this. They did say Mac is surplus the requirement. They did say Wirtz ain't being used. They did say the team is getting built. They did say the centre-back keeps putting that Virgil and Konate on the ball way too much. They did say, and that's why it's hit home, because everyone's remembering all of the quotes now.
This is, like I said, man. I love how smug Endz is being, by the way. If you feel like
I'm actually not, bruv. I'm so mad because I want us to be so, bruv. He knows, the man them knows, bruv. I see Liverpool as such a dominant team in my mind, and maybe that's a crazy place to look at Liverpool in my mind, because football ain't played in your mind; it's played on the grass.
No, of course.
But in my mind, I'm like, we've got such a talented group of players. We've got a fantastic fan base. We've got a fantastic stadium. But for some reason, we just allowed all of it. The fans don't want to sing at Anfield for the whole game. Everyone's looking up at each other, all snobby. Oh, I don't really rate these foreign fans. So we're doing that side of the game now for some strange reason. Then we're also going, I ain't trying to listen to the man them when they're chatting shit about my favorite player. I'm like, well, we shouldn't have favorite player. We should have favorite players, because we're a Liverpool supporter, not a Salah FC, not Virgil FC, not Allison FC, not McAllister FC. We're Liverpool FC. So if one player is not pulling their weight, then he's not pulling his weight. Let's be open and honest, digest that, and move forward. How can we make our team better? And that's all we've been trying to do.
No,
but now we lose. Do you know how mad it is, G? Yeah, we better hope we don't lose that Galatasaray game and go into that Chelsea game and drop points in that one. Because you see, if that happens, G, I don't know if Liverpool can recover from those. And the reason why I say that is because the smallest of inch we've now given Arsenal, the fact that Arsenal is now 2 points behind us, they're still behind us. We're still top and we're still champions. But that little inkling of, we could do something,
Yeah.
We don't want that.
Take it. I think they'll just take it.
They'll take it. And we know they don't concede goals, so they can win it by 1-0. But we're out here needing to score 3 goals to win, 4 goals to win.
Prof. Big up to everybody. A couple of questions, and then we will head on. We'll head on out of it, man. We'll head on out of here. I saw this as well. Big up Double T. How are we feeling about Slot? Do we think he can actually change this?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I think he can change it. It's whether he wants to change it. Because remember, technically speaking, Liverpool are top of the league. As Endz said, we're 2 points clear. We've only lost 1 game. 2 games if you count the thing. But we've since the league started. We've only lost one game, so he might not even be looking at it in the same kind of way. Liverpool, I think when I checked, Liverpool have scored. Let me see if I can even find it. I'm sure Liverpool have scored the most amount of goals in the Premier League so far this season as well. So again, I don't know. I don't feel like he's going to look at it and think, yeah, you know what, this is a problem, and yada yada yada. Yeah. So
it scored the same amount of Arsenal and conceded 4 more than Arsenal.
Yeah, conceded 4. I mean, that's where we're really lacking. Like, look at we conceded 7 goals. Obviously, I know this is only. Let me take this off. Actually, this is only the top 12. So there's obviously teams below that, but we've conceded more than Everton. We conceded more than
City scored more than us as well.
Oh, right, they scored more than us.
And they conceded less than us. So City defense is better than us, and their attack is better. That's mad.
That's mad. Conceded the same as Bournemouth. I mean, Sunderland. No. Hold
Sunderland out here defending like they're on smoke, bro. That's what they're on, bro.
I didn't realize Sunderland only conceded 4 goals. That's
bro. You not seen the results that Sunderland's been having, bro?
No, I'm watching. I won't lie. I've not watched one Sunderland game. I've only seen highlights. I didn't realize in that time that I'm watching them, they've only conceded 4 goals. Tottenham, 4 goals. Palace have conceded 3 goals. Yeah, Liverpool out there. That's crazy. No, that's crazy. Sorry, people. I fully didn't know. I honestly did not know. I genuinely did not know. I thought it was, I thought other teams had conceded more goals. So I haven't really been watching everyone else, bar off like a few teams. So listen, man. Jerry, got a question though for you. I think this is to your point when you're speaking about, I think, Alexander Isak at the time. Do you think that's why Nketiah is doing well? Because he's comfy dropping into like the half spaces, dropping back in, helping out with the pressing and stuff like that, I guess.
It ain't even that, for me, Jay. I think it's because he just doesn't care what everyone else is doing, bro. I think that's, if I'm being told, I think he plays the game as how you'd want everyone else to play the game, and he doesn't allow the others to affect how he wants to play. And that's why he got mad when they weren't passing him the ball, when he's making good runs and he's not. I think that's why he's looked better than everyone else in terms of the way he started life. And these goals that he's scoring, he's just taking the opportunity because he's like, if you just give me more of these, I'll put the ball in the back of the net. But we're doing one pass into the box against Palace. All right, that's what strikers really want, isn't it? Fucking mental, bro.
On that point, and this is obviously leads to the last one we got here, right? Question from Honesty. Saw this on Twitter. I was going to do a stream on this, so we'll probably talk about this another time anyway. But do you think we missed the creativity of Trent?
No.
Okay. Explain why don't you?
Because Trent's creativity was more him thinking about something and doing it in a moment than it actually was. He was just creating loads of chances in the game. For me, anyway. All we had to do is change the energy and move that into Florian Wirtz. But no, we want to go. Because if Trent was still playing now, do you think he's creating if the 2 centre-backs are the ones getting the most passes, bro?
No.
Right. I'm saying,
it would be like last season. It would just be like last season where he didn't really create that much.
Nah, he just put the ball in the box and then people try to add stats on like, yeah, man should have scored from there. I'm like, what? What do you mean he should have scored from there, bro? Nah, that's what they would have done. He had 2 chance creation in the game. Do you know it's mad? Who gave he said Mo had 2 big missed chances. I don't even remember them. What was the 2 big missed chances in his stats? Do you remember it? It said it in the stats, but I was trying to remember it from the game. I can't even remember even him having an opportunity, to be fair.
I don't remember.
Was there one when he cut in and shot past the post? Wow, I tried to blank out that game so much out of my mind, bro.
No, but even I'm not even trying to take the piss. I don't remember. If he had it, he clearly had it. If they said he had it. So I am generally trying to, if anyone can remember in the chat, Savage, I know you're good with memory and that. If you remember exactly when Salah had these 2 chances, because I'm struggling.
Because I remember Wirtz is a big mischance. I remember, Isak he had 2. So there was one I think he should have went over. I think he should have went over, bro, when Richard stepped on his foot, but he stayed on his feet. And that would have been a blatant penalty. Yeah. And But
He
he's
tried to be
like,
too
nah, I need
honest.
to score. Tried to
Tried to
be
be too.
bare honest, bro. And he was off
Yeah.
balance, and then he kicked it wide. And then the header as well, I feel he could have done better with that. He could have got over that a little bit better and directed it a bit better. The one when he was like in front of goal.
Oh yeah.
Someone,
For Isak, I expected him to do better. For Isak,
he just headed it over the bar, innit?
Yeah, man. I'm like, Isak, I do expect you to get that maybe a bit more on target. I'm trying to find it. I don't know if he honestly, Savage, I can't remember. So that's why I was asking if you knew if Salah had those.
Yeah,
Let
and
me
I
check.
can't remember, bro. Like, and if he's saying it. Yeah, it says two big chances missed. And I'm like, bro, when did he get a chance to miss?
Two big chances.
I can't remember.
Yeah.
Guys, man. Maybe there was, but
yeah. I'll maybe do it, like check the highlights.
But then if I go back and check and I see them like chances where I'm like, bro, he's not expected to score from here.
But what are they counting?
Like,
they're not counting. Nah, they're not counting.
They must have. They must have. But it's offside, so it shouldn't be counted.
Yeah, that's not. But even
that's why these stats are fugazi, blood. That's what I'm saying about these man with the stats, bro. They're fugazi at times, you know.
Hey, did you see it now? Sorry, just off topic here. Do you see now SofaScore? They've got like you can pay for a subscription now. Like,
I didn't even check that, bro.
Bro, they got
what's that? What did they give you extras now?
Yes, it's more to do with like AI. So it's like something to do with AI in terms of the analysis. So they got halftime analysis that they'll do. End of game analysis straight away, so you get to look at the full analysis that they've done for each and every game that you wanna. It's good for that, but I mean, I was just laughing that they've got a full subscription service. Like that was just great.
It's only good if it backs up an argument you're probably trying to have. It's only good for like I think if you're having a discussion or a debate with someone, it might be like I've said this and then I've got the evidence to kind of back up what I saw. But other than that, I don't need that to tell me how the game went. Like we were shit. I don't need the stats to tell me that we were shit. The stats only highlights my points that I made, which is I said I saw us pass the ball side to side for ages, and then we hit the fullback. I said there's no point of putting pressure on Wirtz if we're not going to even pass the ball to him in the areas that he needs the ball in. Yeah. And we're not going to get better as a team if it's solely fixed around one player in the whole 11. When we've went out and bought one of the best 10s and one of the best strikers in the world. And then in the same breath, we've now unearthed a mad gem in Nketiah, bro. But for some reason, we're like, nah, just keep doing what we're doing, man. Fuck it. It is what it is. It is what it is. We've won 2 Premier Leagues doing it that way. So in 10 years, let's keep doing it. And then in the next 10 years, hopefully we can win another 2, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, for real. That's even mad when you think about it. Big Hakeem, is Glasner available now? I think if he is, I think
Glasner would change that back line straight away to 3 at the back. I promise you.
You know what's mad?
3 at the back, wing back, and he'll cook.
I mean, think about it like this, yeah? We want to sign GHALY. He knows GHALY, so he already knows that he knows where he's going to put GHALY on the pitch, right? So he's got his 3 centre backs, GHALY, Konate, and Van Dijk, right? In the middle of the park, he's definitely going Gravenberch. And he's probably definitely going to go with Szoboszlai just because of how he's been playing, or maybe not. It depends on how he's thinking. I actually think
he would be more by Wharton and put him in the Gravens.
By Wharton. Okay, so he'll have Wharton. I actually think he'll do Wharton and I think he'll do Wharton, Gravenberch in the middle of the park, and then you would have obviously your 2 wing backs, Kerkez and Frimpong. In the 2 10s though. I genuinely believe he would consider just going Szoboszlai and Wirtz, because then I feel you get the best of both worlds in that 10 position. You get the guy who can do all the goal scoring, the flary stuff, picking up the ball, turning on a 6-pack, all of that stuff in Wirtz, and then your other number 10 can do the running around, but he's not so focused on I need to cover that right hand side, I need to cover right back, I need to also cover centre back if needs be. No. We got the 4 players behind you. Plus the 3 centre backs. That's 7 players. We don't need you to come back here to try and help us defend in that kind of way. And then he's got his striker. I actually just think maybe you'd end up just dropping Salah, which is probably what, as Endz said, maybe we need to start, start doing, man. Big up to Tyler. Much love for the super chat, my bro. Hope you're doing well this morning as well. He says, I like and subscribe. Just a few people in it. They did say Nunes was, yes. No, it's true. But just to protect my point, Endz could not remember as well, but I could not remember Salah's missed chances. I don't know what they're classing as Salah's missed chances. That's all I was saying, Tyler. That's all I was saying. Listen, if he missed, he's a waste man anyway because of how shit he played. Like he's been shit all season. But I'm just saying, for this game, I don't remember do you know what I mean? Everything that he kind of did. Big up Jarquise as well, been a member for 6 months.
Big up, man.
Big up, fellas. Great work as always. Much love, guys. Remember, 12 o'clock, Endz will be going live. So we're going to be closing this out real soon. Big up, Michael, man. Big up, Michael. Much love for the super chat, my bro. Since some people are crashing out, at what point do you get worried? I'm patient. I'll wait till the end of the season. Galatasaray will be tough because they play chaotic ball plus Victor Osimhen. So let's break that down. I'll ask you this. Some people crashing out. At what point do you get worried then, Endz? Like, when do you start to look at things? Yeah.
I'm not even, it's not even a worried. I just think it's more pointing at the obvious and we're not fixing it. So I'm not worried that we won't finish in the top 4. I'm not worried that we can't win the Premier League. I'm not worried that we can't pick up a trophy. It's just at what point do we go, enough is enough. Let's just fix this, bro. Because it's just a light fix. It ain't even a mad fix where you're shoehorning players and there's injury player left, right, and center. It's literally just fixing the tactics on the day. Fixing the tactics. How do we want to play going forward? Do we want to be this attacking team? Do we want to be a balanced team where we defend and attack together as a unit, like what I saw at the beginning of last season, where we looked like a very structured, well-drilled, defensive attacking team in transition? Do we just want to be a defensive team and try and nick a 1-0? What do we want to do? So I'm not worried at all. It's just things that we just need to fix, bro. And they're not even difficult. It's not even difficult. Yeah, you give it the whole season because that's what you have to do. But through the season, you have to kind of break down things that you see and what things could arise as the season goes on. And what we spoke about in the first couple of games, what we spoke about in pre-season, we're seeing throughout. But the only difference is in them first 5, we've been able to find a way and we won the game. Savage mentioned it previously. There will be games where we run out of time. We don't get the late goal. And guess what? We didn't get the late. And you know, it's mad. Football's a cruel sport, yeah, because not only did Palace get a late goal, but Arsenal got a late goal. So normally what we end up singing and praising at, throughout for the first 5 games, like we got a late goal, the mentality monsters, they find a way, they go to the end, they fit their most teams. Well, Palace was like, okay, we got unjust goal, maybe in their eyes, maybe it was a handball from Salah, but I'll stick with my team because I'm biased. we were going into a draw. They said, enough, we're going for this winner, and got the winner. Arsenal were losing 1-0, found a way in the last minutes to get a couple of goals and win the game as well. So, yeah, it's mad, isn't it?
Yeah, no.
But maybe we get the same effect that we got off the Forest one. Remember when we lost the Forest, and then after that, the gaffer said, enough is enough, and he went and fixed it, and we just cooked for the rest of the season.
But you know what was annoying about that, though? We were playing better at that point prior to the Nottingham Forest game. Hence why I always looked at that Forest game as like, I understood why he felt so like he always kept talking about it, because I actually genuinely believe the team was playing better. I always say this, in Arne Slot's tenure at Liverpool, the best game I have seen us play is Liverpool versus Manchester United away at Old Trafford. The football that we were playing that day, the pressing, the intensity, just the passage, that for me is the best I've seen us play. Not saying we have had other games. I'm not gonna lie, we have had other games, but that was like complete, total Dutch football when we played that game. I think we won, was it 2 or 3-0 or whatever it was? Absolutely, we killed them. Like, I think it was only like 2-0 or 2-1 or something like that, because I'm sure they ended up scoring or something, or they had shots or given, but it didn't even matter because the football we were playing. And I was like, you know what? If that's a base and Liverpool progressed from there, oh man, yeah, maybe Arne Slot really is, you know what I'm saying? He's bringing that Dutch kind of vibe, like Johan Cruyff vibes. Like,
G, can I ask you a question? Because I need to run as well, because I should have been on Dean's show ages ago, so I'm gonna have to extend mine a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Do you think Tyler Morton can do what? You can speak to the people about that while I head over there real quick, right? Do you think Tyler Morton could do the job that, you know what you've been asking for someone to do? Do you think Tyler Morton can do that job?
Based off of the very limited I've seen, yes. For what he's doing at Lyon, that's the kind of midfielder that I am looking for. Someone who can receive on a half turn, can get the team going forward, but also understand how to control the tempo of a game. I'm seeing him do that. So yes, based off of this very small, just need to caveat, very small bit of info that we've had of Tyler Morton so far, fair enough.
You know he was doing that at Liverpool, but you chose not to see it. But I hear it. He didn't get even the opportunity.
Guys, make sure you obviously head on over to Endz, like you said.
Let me jump over to the DNG and I'll see you around 12, yeah?
Yeah, that's calm.
Cool.
Nah, big up to Endz, man. Nah, it's listen, look, I'll like I said, I'll redirect anyway once I head on out of here. But yeah, Tyler Morton, he's been playing a lot of good football at Lyon. I cannot lie to you. I don't know, like I said, I don't know what it is, but yeah, it just seems like he's just been on job. But yeah, much love again to Mike for the super chat. Again, Tyler, oh, listen, super chats are, you don't have to, so I appreciate any super chat given. So big up to your damn self. We got a buyback on Morton. Boy, at this rate, we may need to activate, because I'm just not feeling the way that the midfield is kind of popping. G told me to shut up the other week. Yeah, shut up. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to hear it about Tyler Morton right now. I really don't. I really don't. But if it was a handball, it should have been a pen for me. Mo was being pulled back by their defender, which might be why they didn't make the call. Maybe. I don't even know at this point. I really don't know. There was something else. Here we go. Songs, big up Songs. He's saying Opta has Salah's shots on 45+8 and 75th minute, which was him trying to read that. Wow, they really classed that as a big chance. They really classed that. That's a bit it's a bit mad. Why do you guys think the team is more focused on winning the UCL? Because Salah, Matt, I think, said they want to win the UCL, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe so. Maybe we looked at it as it's tournament football. So the reality is you don't really need to be consistent. As we saw PSG, I mean, they weren't consistent until the second half of the season, of course. That's where you have to become really consistent. But you can have your one-off days. You can have days where it's like, not really on job today, especially when you get to knockout stages. Unless you get slapped. If you don't get slapped in a game, it's not going to be, you'll be like, oh, okay, I can maybe make this up in the next game. And remember, there's no away goals in the Champions League anymore. So I feel like teams are a bit more, okay, we can just kind of come out and, do what we need to kind of do. So I feel like that's probably one of the reasons, man. France don't allow buyback. I don't know. I have zero idea on that deal with things. So I'd have to see. G link. Oh shit. Quick sub. Oh yeah. Give me 2 sets, Savage. Let me just sub Savage in real quick. Let's get Savage's thoughts real quick. Savage is in the back office chat. I just sent it in there now. But yeah, peeps. It's just listening to Endz as well, man. And so we're gonna hear from Savage in a minute when he jumps in. But that's why I've not really said too much today. I need K's a minute. Like, as long as you can score a goal, then you're good. I've said this already, and I didn't want to say too much whilst Endz was kind of speaking, because you guys have already heard me. This is why I haven't done the tactical my G's journal for a couple of the matches. It makes no real difference. It's the same game that we're watching. We're not watching anything different. We're not seeing anything different. It's kind of the same thing over and over again. We're doing the same stuff. It's the same style of play. And I get it. Oh, look at that. I didn't even know that they did that. Big up Savage.
Come on. Animation Sav blood, like that? AI Sav.
No, you know what's crazy? When you just jumped in on the backstage, StreamYard just popped up with a whole thing that said it, yo, Savage is.
Yeah, it does that. Yeah, you can turn it off, I think, but they keep adding stuff every day. Basically, I had a meet way back when man they weren't using it, and I used to have meetings with them. I'm a pest on it. Every time something goes wrong, I just start complaining, bro.
Hey, listen, maybe they start listening, boy, because they're adding a lot. Like that, when Endz was showing me about this thing, bro, I didn't know you could do this. Make the screen. I didn't even know that. This whole time, I've been fighting with the thing, trying to change the layout, wasting layouts, and all of that kind of stuff. But
I hear it, man. Show's been good though. It looks good. So
big up. No. Big up though. Much love for obviously jumping in. Bro, I'm good, man. I actually had, what's crazy? I was saying this to Endz before we jumped on. I was like, I actually had a really good sleep.
Okay.
I had a good, like I had a good sleep and I woke up in like a good mood.
Was that based on the hours you slept, or was it just had a good sleep? Like everything was perfect?
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, I can't even say it was the hours. I actually just think it was. I just had a good sleep, like genuinely. Like it was nothing. The hours maybe I got an extra 2 more because I fell asleep relatively early yesterday. But other than that, bro, I just woke up feeling. Yeah, I feel good today. I feel
That's
good
good,
today.
That's good, man.
Yeah,
That's a good way to feel, bro. You know what I'm saying?
how was your weekend?
Okay. Yeah, it was okay, man. You know what I mean? Bro, them days of Liverpool and that stressing me out are done, bro. So once the game's over, like once the 90 minutes are done, I'm off streaming. I don't care anymore. Like,
No,
yeah. When I was a child, and that used to bother me, bro. Actually, when I was a young
those,
adult, let me not even lie. When I was a young adult as well, bro.
it used to piss me off on weekends, especially like when you know them days man would lose to like I'm talking the days when man would lose to like I don't know Middlesbrough. And I'm sitting there just vexed for the rest of the weekend, like having to go to football training where all the Arsenal and United fans are out here smiling away and doing kick-ups.
What's the worst season you've had as a Liverpool fan? Not in terms of like, it doesn't have to be the results because we've only won 2 leagues since we've been alive. But I mean, what was the worst season?
Funnily enough, off the top of my head, the year 14-15. The reason why is purely
when Klopp came in.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he came in half. He didn't come in at the start of the season.
Didn't he come 15-16?
Did he? No. 13-14. We went. 13-14 was us finishing second for the first time.
Okay, yeah, sorry, yeah. Okay, then yeah, it must have been.
Yeah, that was horrible. That's horrible.
Yeah, because you know what pissed me off about it? I said from the jump, if what's his name? If Suarez, if when he leaves, we have to go out there and sign someone good, right? Like just someone good.
Oh, 15-16. Okay, you might be right then. Actually, I thought okay.
Oh, was it 15-16?
So why do I always call that? I always call that season with City the 13-14 season. Why? Because Brendan didn't last the whole season after we won that, did he?
That's what I'm thinking. But maybe he did last the whole season.
No, he finished second, and then I remember we got to the Everton game, and then we were doing bad, and then he drew 1-1, and then he got sacked. That's where that Carragher and Henry meme comes from when he puts Because 15, you're all right though. 15-16 Klopp was there, but hey, whatever, it doesn't matter. But,
but I just think that when it's what's so mad is obviously back them times that it's not even about the football or anything because it just is what it is. I was more concerned with when I looked at the team. I was like, this team just Suarez just ripped our whole heart out because now the team just we had curly haired Sterling playing up front. Like it was long, bro.
He weren't even thinking, was it? Because Sterling left after that, and that was when Sterling used to have that. You know the musician Little Richard.
Yeah.
Nat King Cole and all them. He had that hairdo in it. The mad.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know what that was. Bro. No one in the end told him that hairdo was good, blood. I'm telling you, no one.
He must have been around. He maybe he was starting because like Sterling's got like loads of outside football stuff, right? So maybe he was getting into that. Maybe he was around different kinds of people. I don't know. But the people he was around, they weren't giving him the right message. Because that hairdo, Sterling, bro, my brother, you're from Endz, you're from Northwest London. I promise you, the braids, short back and fade is what you needed.
That looked like to me that he was with a sweet one, bro. And she said, "Let me just read with the tongues and that." And because he was so.
No, but he's been with his baby mum for donkeys, like
but it was fresh then, isn't it?
True. Yeah, true.
Because now it's 2025, so that's 10 years ago, bro. Like that was fresh.
Yeah.
So maybe it was her. Maybe it was her who's trying to impress blood. She said, "Let me just tongue up your hair," and it said,
bro. Yeah. It didn't even. What about you? What's the worst thing?
He might have been that. He might have just been that 6 months of Roy Hodgson blood.
God, yeah, that was mad.
It felt like because I was delusional, bro. Like I would still be the fan that way every time the new season started. I was like, yeah, we can try and win the league, but not that team, but not not all them man, bro. Not Jay Spearing and all that, bro, and them horrible kits, bro. Nah, blood. I was dark star because I remember the highlight of that Roy Hodgson season was Glenn Johnson scoring that last-minute goal against Chelsea, bro, when he cooked Ashley Cole. That's what that was the highlight to me, bro. Like then I was living off pure moments.
Yeah,
but I don't know, man, because there's always like for example, people who stop watching wrestling, there might have been a time where like, nah, I'm not. I got other stuff to do now, but football's a little bit different on it. But there was a period where I was like, I just had my son, like 2008, and then we needed him on the league 2009.
Yeah.
And after that, I was like, nah, Benitez is gone. I don't know about these new man coming in, bro. This is dark. Yeah, man said Blackpool, Gary Taylor Fletcher and that, bro. Brother.
Bro, it was like, nah, Savage is right. You know, you see them months under. You know what I was shook, yeah, was, you know, like, obviously we've seen, like, at that time we didn't really know much about like administration and clubs going into all of that. But remember, obviously we were so like,
I have a story about that. I knew about Liverpool's about to go before Thingy came in. I knew about them about to go into administration because of my job. It came up on our system.
What, that Liverpool?
Yeah, because people in the office were doing financials with their accountants or something like that, and I thought it was lying. And then later on, I saw like some leaks, and I was like, "There's no way." I thought we were screwed. I thought like we're gonna go into administration we're fucked, bro. Because I can't imagine being one of them fans.
Bro, I said the first thing I said was, what team? I remember even having that conversation with my mum. I was like, "Bro, what team should I support now?" Because I said, "Bro, I'm not going back down there. Like, I'm not doing Championship, League One."
What's your local club? Palace, Brentford, someone like that.
Yeah, one of those two.
Yeah, Brentford would have been way back then because they kept coming up. And
Brentford were like, whew, that wasn't a team that I only ever looked out for their results purely because I was at the academy when I was a kid. So it happened to be that.
Same. That's how I moved down here. Villa and Blues, because I'm in the middle of Villa and Blues, like right. Well, now I'm not in the middle of them now. I'm by Villa now, but before I was right in the middle. But I done academies for both, but I was at Blues more than anything. So that's the team that I was they're the ones that I still check on the results. But I'm a bit like, I'm toxic, bro. So as soon as someone's fans start annoying me, I'll just hate your club, bro. I actually used to always back Blues for everything, bro. But now the fans annoy me. You know, in people don't understand in Birmingham, all they care about, Blues and Villa, is each other, bro. I sweat, bro.
I can imagine though.
I'm talking about Blues just came up from League One to the Championship. And they still, if you're going to any of my friends' Instagram, if Villa lose that weekend, that's all they're posting about, bro. And I'm like, you do know that even though they lost, they're in the Prem and you're in League One, and they don't care. They care about I got one brethren who's always talking about, he's like the biggest, he's always talking about the decibels of how loud their fans are, and they got the best away fans. I'm like, brother, but if you have to start talking about the decibels of the volume, it's dark.
We're already gone. We're already gone. We're already gone because that is just. But you know what's mad actually when I think of it, a Villa Birmingham derby game,
brutal.
I've seen some, I've watched some mad games of old school Premier League years.
Remember the one in the Championship before Blues got relegated, the one where Grealish got pumped in the face.
Grealish, yeah. See,
there's some in the world, man. There's a few that I mean, you speak about this all the time about it's about time, man. We're still young men and that, bro, and we should be traveling. And I wanted to go to these games. I think last week I said you like Panathinaikos and Olympiacos and all that.
Yeah.
And I've been to a few. I've been lucky enough to go to a few, but I was younger in it. So I've been to El Clasico. I've been to.
Oh, you've been to El Clasico?
Yeah, I went to I went to the game when it was 2-2. I got free tickets to that one when Ronaldinho scored. I went to the Barca winning 3-0, and then I've been to Milan derby.
So you've been. But
the only thing I have to brag, not brag, but the only flex I have on that is I went when the legends were still there, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're not even talking about like recent.
Yeah. I was even at Thingy, bro. I even was at Old Trafford for the Thingy for the Real Madrid.
Game Ronaldo hat-trick.
Yeah. But the thing is, it sounds like a flex now, but when I was going that time, bro, people were trying to diss Ronaldo, and I couldn't take it, bro. They were calling him fat and that, bro. I couldn't deal with it.
Okay.
So, you know what I mean? So you got them. I really want to go to, because I don't know, like, you know, I'm like, I just have a team in different countries because why not? It's more fun for me to watch, bro. Everyone hates me for some reason, bro. Like, I don't know, bro. So Barca Juniors is my team in it, but I would love to. That's if I can get to go to a Barca River Plate match. The only problem is, man, them get mashed up in them games, bro.
I remember Michael talks because he spoke about when he went to Argentina. So yeah, I do want to go to
because I
don't know if I will be accepted in that way.
You'll be. I don't know, bro. I heard Aguero.
Savage, you don't know. You don't. Yeah, when you don't know and you don't have the confidence to be like, no, calm.
I remember Aguero speaking to, because I remember watching the cup final back, because I used to watch Argentine football at like 4:00 in the morning. That's on Channel 5. That's where I started watching it. when Tevez and that was there.
Tevez,
And then when my son was born, because he wasn't a bad baby in that, but his feeding time was always that. It would just be some Thailand kickboxing, K-Star and that, and then football, bro. So I'd always watch that. But I remember like Aguero having an interview with Rio Ferdinand. It's probably about 10 years old now, and he was asking about the derbies, and he almost like the grin that he gave about the City derby was almost like, yeah, it's not that serious, because he was talking about River Plate versus Boca Juniors, and he said the thing is in that game, football players are getting punched in the face, but he was laughing about it because the stadium goes, bro, it's madness. Yeah, man. See, just knowing green vibes.
My type of
I don't really want to touch down at a Rangers Celtic. Leave me out of that one because that's got religion involved. I ain't trying to touch that.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a few, man. There's a few. I remember like my man used to do it on when Copper 90 first came out on YouTube, kind of ahead of its time, to be fair. There's that one dude, and he was a bit annoying, but he was good at his job, the presenter. But he used to go, away days, and he used to go to one of the, and I used to love that. I was like, this is what I would want to do, man. This is so cold, bro.
You're crazy. I mean, it's different because of how social media is now. So people are kind of doing that, but in
the other guy does it as well. There's another guy on YouTube. Yeah, that's the guy, Michael. But there's another dude. You'll know what's his name again. He's the German dude. And he always pops up on your adverts and that, bro, for So Rare soccer cards and that. I'm subscribed to him as well.
I was just about to say.
I think he begins with an F or something. But he does the like. He'll go to all the games and he'll just test it. Like he's a Schalke fan, I think, but he'll always be like, "Oh yeah, I've heard that this is supposed to have the best atmosphere. Let's see if you know what I mean." He's been to Anfield. I think he went to City, Liverpool at Anfield and that. Yeah, that's it, Thiago. Yeah, that's it. And he was talking about like the atmosphere, because I knew when he got to ours, I was like, our atmosphere is not what it is. And he was saying the same. He said it's a bit weird in England because Hamburg. Okay, yeah. He was like, oh yeah, because the Anfield crowd is as good as it says it is, but it's like it's not consistent. And I was like, yeah, I've been trying to tell man this for years. We make noise, but then we go really quiet.
Really quiet.
Make noise, whereas in Europe and that, it's constant. It's all game, bro. So yeah, man, I'd love to do it, man. Like it'd be fucking cold, bro. I can't stand the dead like atmosphere in the. That's what I'm saying. Football's dying a little bit, bro. That's probably why I'm so wound up about our football, bro. Because it's like football's dying as it is, and the club that is there for me is like it's dead.
It's not doing what you. I just quickly, before I even get your opinion on the thing, right? Did you hear the Crystal Palace fans, bro? I know we rant about it, and
no, I think they're the best. I think they're the best in the league. I've always said they're the best in the league, bro.
They were mad.
Because I've got thingy in it. Like I've told you, I've got PTSD from. I haven't been back to Selhurst Park since that 3-3 game, and I won't go back. Even if you give me free tickets, I won't go, bro. I don't trust them.
That's mad.
So yeah, man, the Prem like is. That's why Palace, like even when it zooms in on the crowd, they've got their little ultra section.
Yeah,
even the
way the tifo thing now.
The tifo thing, yeah, man. That's what I'm saying. And thing is pretty good. I'll give Newcastle and that St James's Park is proper way. Like I don't know if you saw. I was messaging you, wasn't I? When you was on the way home at the beginning of the Barca game, you thought I was trolling. Yeah. I was like, no.
Yeah. I really thought you was. I was like, what's the guy you were talking about?
No, the atmosphere was. It was crazy. Like if you see that game, it looks like it's the World Cup final. I'm like, bro. I remember what Newcastle did it versus West Ham as well when it was. They had like a big tifo of Alexander the Great for Isak and all that. That's why I understood why the Newcastle fans felt the way they did about him leaving, because I've not seen anyone in the Prem do that for a player. Not Cantona, not Suarez, not nobody, bro. It's the biggest tifo. They had the black and white, big Alexander the Great banner. I was like, yeah, it's proper way still. So
I think we have spoken about this whole atmosphere stuff, and yeah, Savage is right, but I just feel like the Premier League, I don't know what they need. Like maybe they do need to get a brother who's just allowed to come in with drums.
Yeah, I'd say, bro, it's so easy. Even when I watched the Frankfurt Frankfurt West Ham or Frankfurt Rangers when Glasner was the manager and it was the Europa League, brother, because they're some of the scariest looking fans because their colour's black. Bro, the petrified, bro, he looks like the scariest shit, bro. So rough. But I love it, man. It's part of being football. And I know like English fans do snub their nose up at different countries and all that stuff because football started here and they want to be arrogant about it. But like it evolves, isn't it? So if it starts somewhere and you don't evolve with it, bro, then get left behind. That's why Todd Bowling came to the Prem and don't understand it. It ain't because he's some stupid American and don't know what he's talking about. He's not stupid. It's just that where he comes from, sports, there's a vibe there, innit? So we need to get fans in here who just want to pay to be a part of it as well. That's it. That's just
that's
good.
Listen, the Premier League is. Listen, I could do a whole. I'm just thinking about it now. Like I could. There's so many things I would say, but I just can't even. Like the Premier League, you know, when it just pisses me off sometimes because your level of snobbery. Anyways,
is that the rating to the players from them sites? Yeah.
Say that again.
That's the ratings from one of them websites of the on your.
Oh yeah, that's from football. Yeah, that's this is from football.
That's
crazy,
like as in.
Bro. I said it already, but I was like, bro, I thought Alisson would have got higher, but
that's crazy, bro. That's why I don't use it for my opinion, because I heard people wanted Konate's head on a stick yesterday, but his rating there.
But that's what I'm saying.
Ain't he higher than Virgil's?
Yeah,
he's higher than Virgil.
Yeah, higher than Virgil. He's higher than Virgil. In fact, he's joined with Alisson, and after the Bozilai got the highest rating for Liverpool. Yeah,
bro. That's mad. I didn't think Gravenberch was good either, so I don't know why his ratings are high.
Yeah, and
he was poor. It was poor.
Chat to me though. Chat to me.
Yeah, the reason I'm calm about it, man, because obviously we know we speak every week, and this is what I was expecting. Innit? Even when I did the preview, I was like, I'll say 1-0 because I'm a Liverpool fan, but I don't think we're going to win the game, bro. And
so done, boy.
Yeah, because it's not based on feeling. It's just like I said, if there's a pattern that's emerging, eventually you'll come undone. Yeah. And once I saw Chiesa score that goal, I was like, fucking right, well, maybe I'm the one who's wrong, bro. And then they scored, and I said, oh, you ran out of time, ain't you? What is what I've been talking about since the start of the season. You got to run out of time against a team that can defend, bro. And the worrying thing is Glasner was so organized and stuff, his tactics. So people tried to do he wasn't great. It's just that Slot was good. No, both things could be true, bro. He was great. He out-tactics everyone. I've seen him do it to Pep and lose a game. And he told Pep, I'll get him back the next game. And he did.
Yeah.
He did. So Slot doesn't seem to trust in his own identity, bro. So he keeps changing things, which is I'm used to managers doing that when they're a bit nervous in a cup final or something, or they're overthinking and playing one of the big teams, bro. But it's Palace. And Palace are really good, but you should have an identity. We don't have an identity already. Like United, bro. Like we can't have teams like United and Chelsea and all that got an identity before us, bro. It's kind of
100%. I know exactly. It's shit in terms of what they're doing. But
you know what they're gonna do.
They style of play, bro. They have a style of play. 100%.
Our style of play is we've got talented footballers. Something will happen.
Yeah.
We played the whole. We played the whole half of football.
You know, just sorry to cut you. You know, it'll be like it'll probably be like if us man or when us man link up to play football. Remember, we have never played with each other before on the football pitch. We have zero idea what our style of play would be, but you just got bare talented guys on the pitch. So really, in fact, you know what? It probably would look like that. It would just look like Liverpool, which is it probably wouldn't even look good, but individually, someone will do something mad and whatever.
That's what it would be, man. We started the whole half of football with no left winger. I don't understand what he was doing, bro. I saw Wirtz on the left on the team sheet, bro, and they kicked off and he ran off, bro. He ran to a different position. I said, okay. So Kirk has just has to manage this whole position on his own. Like Munoz ain't one of the best fullbacks in the league, but he's gonna just destroy, man. So that didn't make any sense to me. I've been beating the drum about McAllister and Wirtz, but I can't say it anymore, bro. They don't need to play.
You said they're similar for time as well.
Yeah, they don't need to play. I've seen other people talking about it now. I'm just like, all right, bro, like this. Because I actually ain't on this I need praise thing. I'm actually not on like, oh, listen to me now. Because at the end of the day, why would the flipping club listen to me, bro? I'm not saying stuff for the club to listen to me. I'm not even saying stuff for people in the chat to agree with me because it doesn't help my life, innit? Yeah. I just want a bit of understanding so I don't have to be called like I'm the negative one when I'm just talking about football, bro. It's not needed. I don't understand, bro. And as I said to Endz, bro, we've paid and brought footballers for positions and then not played them there. And you got 2 right backs. You lost 1. You've got 2. You paid for one of them. Sabazalai's at right back.
Bro, explain to me the method to that madness.
Bro, you got a centre back. Gravenberch is at centre back. You've got a 10. The 10's on the left wing. You got a left winger. The left winger's on the bench. You got a left back. He's up the top of the pitch. You got a striker. You got a striker. You don't want to pass him the ball. Nothing makes sense to me at all. And it seems like when they can't get the ball to grab for him to turn and get out, There's nowhere to get the ball up, which is why I said they're missing the Hollywood treble, bro, which you shouldn't have to miss because it was annoying after a bit.
Yeah,
he was
he was
spamming it, but it was always to Diaz, and Diaz was an outlet. Now you don't have that, and Gladson just set up his midfield and said, "Listen, I don't need you to play great. Just make sure they don't turn anywhere, bro. Don't worry about that. Mateta will bully up them, man." And he did. It was dark still. It was horrible, bro. It was horrible football. As I said, I was trying not to overreact to them, but I was looking and I was like, yeah, I think I can remember 2 games of like, and when I say 90 minutes of football, people don't be stupid. Obviously, I don't mean every minute of the 90, but I mean closer to the
majority of a 90.
Honestly, I mean this since January. Ipswich, and the reason why you can't remember the Ipswich game because we just beat them up and that was it, bro. They're Ipswich. So it's
Okay.
And Spurs, when we won the trophy, when we picked up the trophy, we were great.
Okay.
We scored a goal. They scored a goal, but we were great for the most of the game. That's it. That's when I mean that's it. I mean that's it, bro. And the thing is, like, I do watch along, so man, know that I'm not making stuff up because you can go see my reaction in the watch alongs to how I feel about the games, bro. Yeah, I'm gonna celebrate the goals and that, but it stinks. When we scored the last minute goal against Atletico the other day, my Amazon stick was all glitching and that, bro. And
yes, I remember. Yeah,
and did you see my reaction? I just sat there, great.
Yeah, which is weird because Savage is always the first.
Yeah, exactly. Jesus scored against Palace yesterday. I'm happy for him. Great.
Yeah,
it stinks, bro. It stinks, man. And it's not against tactical managers so far, man. I know we lost. I mean, Newcastle lost, so you did win the battle there, and I'm not going to take that away from you. The victory is the victory, but I seen him outdo you with 10 men, bro. And I seen him when he had 11 men outdo you twice in the league and in the cup final when you had no answers. I know how good the PSG manager is. He's cold, bro. But he done you like it was horrible, bro. Child's play thing. And then again, I shouldn't be able to see stuff that he can't see, which means he can see it.
Yeah,
we are always bad against physical teams, bro. We're so
annoying.
Yeah, so you need to be good on the ball then against these physical teams. You can't afford to be like wayward passes and that. You just play the people that are going to play these pedestrian backwards passes or do nothing, bro. And now for the fan base, don't be breading off the CJ stuff now.
Yeah. It's you can't,
and it's not because I think I'm right, because I feel how I feel about him. That ain't gonna change, bro. But don't be breading it off now because there ain't no way that after 2 games of CJ now you think that he's good. That's impossible, bro. So that means you weren't even standing on what you believe in the first place. Now everyone wants to say no McAllister, but we're not.
Oh, world class McAllister.
And I remember, and I'm never gonna forget because I remember you having a problem with how McAllister playing against Brentford last season, which was like the second game of the season or something like that, or the first, and we won. I remember it because I watched it in Box Park, bro, because I was going to watch wrestling, and I remember when we did the thing.
You did come down to Wembley, yeah, you did.
I remember the day after, bro. Really did. I was like, yeah, but G, why are you being? He's like, no, because even though we beat them, they were getting chances, and I remember it. That was then, bro.
Bro, I promise you, McAllister has just not been the guy. Endz said it earlier on before you came on about when you look at McAllister at this point now, what are you offering to the midfield? Like, what is it you do? And Hakeem, this is the question I'm always asking. What is it he does that makes people say you are world class? So, for example, you look at Rodri, you look at Pedri, you can throw Vitinha if you want, you can maybe throw Drew, but like you look at all these KDBs, you look at these world class midfielders, right? Or people who deem these players world class. They all have like a USP about them. Something about them that just, this is why he's world class. So whether it's Vitinha's and Pedri's just control setting, whether it's De Jong, whether it's Valverde, whether like they offer you something where I'm like, you know what? I can see why you put this person in. I might not agree, but I can see why you put them in there. Please explain to me, what does McAllister offer people? Like, what does he offer you that makes you genuinely believe he has to be world class? What? Because he was doing up shift with Messi in that.
Exactly. Because someone said to me the other day when I asked that question, it was like about his tackling. I'm like, okay, but attempting to tackle can't be a trait because Thiago used to attempt to tackle. It weren't his best thing, but he was aggressive and he'll jump on your back if he needs to, bro. Yeah, but I knew what happens when Thiago gets the ball to his feet, though. He's cooked. You're cooked, bro. He's throwing out every type of pass available. Matt. So okay, there was a point in the game when Issa had that shot and he missed. Matt played the through ball to him.
Yeah.
That was the best thing I've seen him do this season, bro.
I'm sure. He was
actually a really good ball. He was almost looking the other way, and then he just slipped it through. And obviously, if Issa scored, it would have been a great assist, bro. That's the best thing I've seen him do all season, bro.
Yeah, okay, I'll give you that. I was trying to think of like another moment, but nothing's really like popping into my.
The people went from arguing a couple of weeks ago with me just the fact that I said he wasn't world class, and I even caveated at the time with not being world class doesn't mean you're rubbish. I'm just saying he's not world class. People have gone from that and then surpassed me telling him that he's rubbish now. So I'm just saying, bro. This is what man was saying about Curtis, bro. What does he do?
Yeah.
Okay, so same energy then. This can't be our best midfielder, bro. It's impossible.
But Sabri, that's the bit that pisses me off. Sorry to cut you like that again, but you just triggered me. Like, you can't say that this player is your best midfielder, but people are now giving me excuses as to why he's not doing. Oh, he's coming back from injury. Oh, I don't care about none of that, bro. Like, none of
that, bro. Because you know what's gonna happen when he has a good game, they're gonna say, "See, he just needed to recover." Okay, this is the question I'm giving, man, bro. And this is my guy, blood. McAllister's not been playing better than Henderson.
No, bro.
And it's not even close, bro. It's not even close.
He's been on job.
It's madness, bro. He ain't been playing better than Agate. And
he hasn't been playing better than Elliot Anderson. He hasn't been playing better than Jordan Henderson. He hasn't been playing better than. I'm just trying to think. Not someone who's up there. Like.
He ain't been playing better than them man at Burnley, Josh Brownhill, and them man.
Yeah. If anything, he's been playing to that type of level.
Yeah, bro. Like Jacker at Sunderland, nothing blood. That's what I'm saying, bro. So I don't know what he's doing. And every time I watch him, I'm just like, so a man gonna tell me that he just does the. Oh no! Basically, he does what Wataru does, but Wataru has the other side. So like, the way he goes forward with the ball and passes the ball forward is exactly the same as Wataru passes the ball forward. The difference is that when the other team got the ball, Wataru is better at tackling them and all that stuff, even if he has to just break up the play and get a yellow card.
Yeah.
So
I'll say that.
So play Wataru then if that's
guys, I'm gonna end this message. He said he's gonna go live literally 12.
Okay, bro. I'm telling you, the real McAllister, bro. He's in the basement somewhere. He's in the Zerbi's basement.
Bro, he is. Like, as in, De Zerbi said, listen, we'll let him go for so cheap as well that, you know what I mean? Like, we're going to have to keep something of him. I don't know if they've done something to McAllister, because this, I'm sorry, but it's been 3 years. He's been played in DM as a single pivot. That was the excuse. Okay. We then moved him further up the field. He still wasn't consistent. He's now playing in another position, and this brother still... Get out of it, man. I'm McAllister's done. I'm not trying to hear nothing about him being world class. Maybe he can in the future. I'm not gonna rubbish that out.
Yeah, man, give me the world. Don't try and give me the World Cup, bro. Otamendi's got one.
No, forget
Rodrigo the Paul got one. Allow me, bro. Like Mertesack's got. He might not have one. I might have lied about that, but you get my point, bro. It's dark, bro.
And I'm gonna end it on this. Yeah. No world class player takes time. I don't care. I've never seen. From any player I've called, and this again, it will probably just come down to my own definition. I've never seen a world-class player move to a different club and they struggle. The team might struggle in some way, shape, or form, in whatever. So Neymar going to PSG and maybe PSG not winning the Champions League. Okay, but them as a player, they do not struggle, bro.
Well, yeah, because it's even worse because he's gone to a better club. At least if you went to a worse club, I could say, "Oh, you went to Man U, the shit." Bruno, he doesn't look better than Bruno Fernandes, bro. Ever, he's never looked better than him, bro.
Nah. I'd rather have Bruno Fernandes than McAllister. I promise you that now. I promise you, that's not a lie.
Yeah, bro. Like guys, there was a level. We're gonna leave it, but them two, like him and Paqueta, was about. They were the ones I was like, okay, so these two are gonna want to be world class. And the difference with Paqueta is he did up William Hill and had time off because he was banned, bro.
Exactly. No.
And he's back and he's still better than him.
I was just about to say, I'm taking. I just told you, I'm taking Paqueta. At this point, I'm taking Elliot Anderson.
Go back to the chat 3 weeks ago, bro, when I said about Bruno Guimaraes, bro. Man said, "Are you crazy? He's not better than McAllister. He's better than him, bro."
Oh, Bruno!
I don't even know what's an argument
on Bruno. Bruno and Tonali.
And I like Mac, man, but at the moment, bro, you don't look like Kevin McAllister, bro. Not at Nexus, bro. Because I watched his brother play the other day, and he looked better than him, bro. I watched his brother play in Europe, and he looked better than him. That's dark, bro. Kevin McAllister and that for Union Saint-Joie blood. Nah, but it's dark still.
That's dark. All right, peeps, we're gonna leave it there. As I said, Endz is going live, I believe, in the next minute or so. So yeah, me and the Savage will probably be over there in a second. We'll continue the conversation because I know Endz has got some interesting topics anyway.
Okay.
So big up to your damn selves. Again, much love to Tyler. Much love to Mike for the super chats. Big up to Jarquez. Big up to Honesty. Big up to Liz. All the other members as well. Stay locked in. Stay tuned. I'll catch you guys soon.